Hello, everyone! Welcome to Nuuli Forged. I am Jared, your humble dungeon master, and with me are some wonderful forgers, Nuuli Forgers. I don't know. We don't have a name. They're a bunch of misfits, and we love them for that.
There it is.
So this week we do not have Matt playing Spoot with us, so Spoot will be shadowy and indistinct. Tanner, who plays Adis, will be running a few moments late. I've got it. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you here in chat, as always. Number one subscriber, number one mod. It's got the big guns. Big shout outs to Cybrarian42, who followed us a couple days ago, and Werdelf, who followed us a few hours ago.
Yeah.
So
I like
Cybrarian
those names.
and Werdelf, welcome to Nuuli Forged. You're part of the team now, buddies. I don't know. We'll go with that.
People.
In the meantime, let's go around to those of us who are here and give some intros on yourself, your characters. And we're going to do something a little different. Instead of a question about your character, I would like you to answer a question as your character. And that question is, if you had to go to just one fast food restaurant chain, anything from like In-N-Out to McDonald's to White Castle to Applebee's, and you could only go there for the rest of your life, where would your character go? So, we will start underneath me with Sarah.
So my side are out, so I'm actually first. I'm always in the middle. Hi, I'm Sarah, and I play Olive, the half-orc druid. Olive would probably go to like just salad for the rest of her life. That whole druidy plant thing.
Okay, sure, yeah.
And I have a lot of options.
All right, yeah. I guess that works. Moving along to Amber.
I'm Amber. I play Greg, the Goblin Artificer. And, I think Del Taco.
Ooh, I've never actually been to Del Taco.
It's like Taco Bell, but they have french fries.
Fair.
Hi.
Cool. And then up in the other corner, we got Mike.
Hello, my name is Mike. I play Defect, or is it Blackadius? I don't know yet. And in terms of the question, Defect would follow Grig. But if he gets to choose, maybe McDonald's.
Ooh, fancy.
Just for the playscapes.
For the playscapes.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And it looks like we have Tanner coming in.
Woohoo!
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey,
I was
buddy.
really slow when I
Good
got
question.
home and making dinner.
Oh, that's
so-
all right.
Me too. I'm currently eating my dinner.
And my food's cooling off.
No worries. Everybody got to eat. So, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and answer the question of if your character, if Adis had to just eat at one fast foodie type place or chain for the rest of his life, it could only be the one, what would it be? Anything from like White Castle to Applebee's, anything in between.
Oh. Hi, I'm Tanner. I play Adis the Human Ranger. And I don't know. I would go my favorite place at 3 a.m. Whataburger.
Ah,
Because
Nice.
that Texas toast grilled cheese double cheeseburger was
With extra cheese.
yeah, and bacon.
nice.
That coming home at 3 a.m. best.
Fair. No Carl's Jr., eh?
Ew. Now I have taste in food.
It's funny because they're really just
Isn't
the
that
same
basically
place.
Hardee's?
Oh, you're right. It's Hardee's and Carl's Jr. that are the same. My mistake. I'm sorry. Now the internet's going to come for me.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I
Yeah,
know.
Sure hope
don't
not.
insult Whataburger like that.
I would never insult anybody's favorite food place, except that when I do. But that's okay. Well, since we are all met for the evening, let's dive right in to a recap of last week. Last time on Nuuli Forged, the party reunited with their friend Olive and learned of a looming shadow over the future of Nuuli from the green-cloaked individual they had met a few times before, who revealed himself to be a creature of the Feywild named Meridian. Deciding to head east towards the elven lands of the Verdentious Causeway, the party made ready with the purchasing of horses and the commissioning of a covered wagon. While waiting for the wagon to be completed, Defect was visited by a cloaked figure who turned out to be another one of his kind, a being made of living wood and metal who identified themselves as Umbradius. Umbradius revealed to Defect that his true name is Blockadius, and that he was thought lost 3 years ago, and only recently had the Arcanatons of House Sparkarian learned that he had survived. Umbradius had been tracking Defect for months. This meeting left Defect with more questions, and when he refused to leave with them, Umbradius expressed regret, to put it lightly, and told Defect that they'd be watching for when the others finally grew tired of the novelty of his company. And then they would be there to bring him home. 3 more days passed in relative ease, and then Greg never returned to the above decks. Dinner came and went. Well into the night, the last few patrons left, leaving our party alone downstairs, waiting for their goblin ally, who never showed up.
And I have no idea where I am.
Speaking of that, Greg,
Amber has no idea where Greg is.
I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw, please, Greg.
That's good. Because I'm good at those.
Oh no.
Okay, that's a 6.
Yep.
So, Greg, as you are finishing up your riding lesson, you hear something. You hear a soothing voice. And as this voice begins to speak to you, you remember your morning conversation with Defect. You said you've been having them a lot ever since this strange revelation that Defect made. Making dinner plans, talking about being a friend, all these kinds of things. This morning was a little different. The conversation went from you being overly friendly to Defect becoming annoyed. And not just annoyed, but angry. That rage that he builds up in battle let itself out on you. And what ensued was a massive argument. An argument where many harsh words were exchanged, mostly from Defect directed at you, including phrases like, if you were my friend, if you were really my friend, you'd understand why I want to go with them. I'm like them, they're like me. What do you know? You're just a stupid goblin. Harsh, angry words that cut deep into the friendship you have, the experience you've had with Defect. He accuses you of thinking only of him as not a real friend, but just a puzzle that you can't solve because you're too dumb to figure it out. Very harsh, hurtful words. And you remember this all, and you begin talking about it really to yourself at first as you're brushing down the coat of the horse that you've been riding, of the pony.
Red Thunder.
And you realize that something is broken in your friendship. Maybe it's not even there anymore. Defect was the one person who never treated you badly until this argument. He even broke the bracelet you gave him. And that's what happened this morning. Why would you return to that?
That is a good question. Why indeed? I believe I have wandered off into a dark alley somewhere
Okay.
to pout.
Yeah.
Possibly steal something.
Yeah, as you are pouting, hours pass. The sun begins to fall. It becomes dark. People are coming and going on the streets, clearing out. You hear a few people coming out of buildings, drunk. They've obviously been drinking or having dinner or something. You smell food being cooked in various places on the air. The night passes on. You hear and see town guard, town patrol walking by. It gets close to midnight. What are you going to do?
I am going to revert to some of my previous goblining things and go find a food dumpster and find some scraps.
Cool. Make an investigation check. Okay, with a 14, you find some refuse. Some of it is still hot. You find like a mostly picked clean, like chicken carcass and 3/4 of a like fish that are gone. But you can still definitely pick enough meat off of those things and chew the bones, and there's definitely some like older stuff in there as well. But those two items are particularly warm.
Okay. I go back and find some quiet alley to nibble on that and just hunker down.
Yeah, you just chow down on it, no problem. Meanwhile, back at the above decks, Defect, Olive, Adis, and Spoot, the four of you are alone in the room, or in the tavern floor. People have filtered out. It's well past midnight, and there is no sign of your little goblin friend Grig.
Has anyone seen them today?
I didn't, although I don't sleep here. So. Defect? Grig's your roommate.
Did they sleep in your room last night?
I'm sorry, Jared. This argument thing happened this morning, you said, or?
You never had an argument with Grig.
Oh, okay. Totally missed that.
I rolled a wisdom save. Poorly.
No,
Alright.
Defect, for you, it was a normal morning with Grig. You went
Right,
off
okay.
to do your like pugilist training, and they went off to learn to keep learning how to ride a horse. And it was a very pleasant morning. Your best buddy just left and has not come back.
So I say, yes, I saw Grig this morning. We did our secret friendship handshake.
Nice.
Then she went off to ride the horses.
I mean, I can locate humanoids. Should I go looking for them?
That could be helpful. I was gonna go speak to the stable and see when they last saw Grig, but that would cut some time down.
Yes, please. Locate my friend.
All right, I'm going to cast Locate Humanoid.
Okay.
I can know the exact location of a humanoid that I have met, provided that they're on the same plane.
Yeah, you know the exact location of that creature for 1 minute.
Yes.
So,
So I know
Wha-
where they are right now.
so what does it look like when you cast the spell? It takes a minute, but what is the effect that it has as you conjure it?
I would be looking at a map to do it.
Okay.
That's a physical component it requires. So I'd be looking at the map, and I think there would be like little sparkly bits on the map that would sort of swirl around and coalesce
Very cool.
in the spot.
Yeah. So as you are spending the minute chanting these incantations, you all see these little red motes begin to kind of rise up from the mat and begin to form into like a little miniature sized grig and then shrink down and kind of fall back into the map on a certain location. And it looks to be some kind of slummy alleyway in the slums.
How far away from here?
Probably 20 minutes.
Well, that's where they are. Should we go find them and see if they're alive or dead?
Yes.
I mean, the spell does not tell me what condition they are in other than existing. So,
I mean, the spell, if they're dead, wouldn't work because they're no longer a humanoid.
Yeah.
So Greg's at least injured, or at most.
I don't know.
When you're-
do you
when
cease to be humanoid when you die?
When you're dead, you become an object.
You become an object when you die, actually. Until your soul returns or you are reincarnated, you are no longer a creature, you are an object.
Did not know that.
At least for like spells and stuff like that. So,
It's not a
We've
creature,
had
though,
to
it's a
clarify
humanoid.
this a lot in our Monday game.
yeah.
I see. All right.
It is a much debated topic.
Very philosophical. I'm sure it
All
gets
right
deep.
then. Well, at any rate, I don't know what condition they're in other than not polymorphed and there. So, shall we?
Let's go. Yes.
Mhm.
All right. So we are going to take ourselves to that location on the map.
All right, great. Yeah, you all start making your way in that direction fairly easily. You know enough of the area. You know the street you're looking for, the alley you're looking for. It's not too difficult. Greg, make a perception check.
Gotta zoom in on my spell sheet.
Actually, what's your passive perception? Because you're kind of moping, so.
10.
All right,
Better than the active, evidently.
cool. Well, a 10 is enough. You definitely hear feet approaching you. And you're familiar enough with the footsteps of, the heavy footsteps of Defect, that you can tell it's either him or someone very much like him coming your way.
I don't move.
Okay. Great.
Not like I'm not trying to hide better. I am just not moving.
So, would you say that you had like tried to be hidden at any point during this whole mope session, or are you?
I probably would have. I'm not going to create a hidey hole, but I would find the dark corner and like hunker down, and because I don't want to
Cool.
talk to anybody and I don't want to be seen because I'm a filthy goblin.
Yeah. So go ahead and just give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Cool. Great. A 19. So
Yep.
as
Sorry.
as you are hunkering down, you hear these steps, and you know that Defect is not the most observant person in the world, so you just stay where you are.
Disagree with that statement.
You're not bad, but you're not the most observant. That would be Adis. Adis is the most observant person in the world.
Just wait, it gets better.
I do have eagle eyes, you know.
Yeah, you can see a long ways away, but you don't make out details. Or notice
all of this
things.
Olive is going to softly call out in Goblin, "Hey, Grig! Grig, are you okay?"
Cool. So you
Greg,
hear
we're
this
worried about
from
you.
the end of the alleyway, Greg. Adis, with your dark vision kind of helping illuminate this dim alleyway, it looks very much like a 90s CCTV camera,
Mm-hmm.
when you use your dark vision. But you do notice a couple of things. You notice a carcass from like a chicken or a duck or something, and a bunch of fit and like a fish skeleton and head that's been gnawed on, kind of thrown against a wall opposite where like some boxes are kind of next to a thing, and they look like they've been gnawed on pretty recently, and you can tell that from 20 feet away.
I would like to start walking down the alleyway, looking for Greg.
Yeah.
Actually, I will locate object Greg's bag of holding.
Nice. Yeah, you get a ping about 20 feet away on the other side of those boxes.
Gonna walk down and crouch right in front of where the ping is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the dark, as you crouch around the other side, or the far side of these crates, you see Greg gnawing on something they obviously got out of a dumpster and just looking down, not talking, staring, kind of mindlessly eating whatever this thing is.
Greg, you have all of our money. Why are you eating trash?
That's a very good question.
That everyone, I just want you all to know, Tanner, you just won D&D. Good job.
That is our shirt. I've decided.
You're literally the banker.
That's true.
You have like
True.
what, 5,000 gold in that bag?
Yeah, at least. Yep.
Not to
Yep.
mention some rice
Wow.
and some.
Yeah.
And you have rice and
Yeah.
our cooking pot.
No. Yep. Yeah. 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 Because I'm a filthy goblin. Go away, stupid human.
Who said that?
Defect. Everybody.
Defect is not everybody.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
Well, first it's gonna be insight checking Greg.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, there it is. 21.
Greg is being totally honest. They're not lying to you. Defect totally said that to them.
When did Defect say this to you?
This
Never
morning.
seen you guys fight.
What? This
Defect is
morning.
right there. He
Fought
says
a lot.
that did not happen, Greg. You are mistaken.
Yes, it did. I'm not mistaken. I'm not a stupid, dumb goblin like you said. I can remember what happened this morning.
This morning we did our secret friendship handshake.
And you tore up
Remember
the
the one you
bracelet.
did? This one right here.
Insight check on
Bracelet.
Defect.
Make an insight
Natural
check on
20.
defect.
Natural
Defect is-
20 for a
defect-
30.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm having a
Defect.
really hard time being upset right now. This is
Yeah,
hilarious.
this is amazing. Defect is 100% being honest. He didn't say any of those things, but Greg is completely being honest about saying that he did.
So, how can both of you
Did
be...
you fix it?
It was never broken. Like our
Defect.
friendship.
Do you have the bracelet on you?
Yes.
Jared, is it
Is
still
that-
there?
There seems to be some sort of bracelet on Defect's wrist. Yeah.
Greg, is that the bracelet?
Yes, but let me see it. You just fixed it because you just want to trick me to coming back.
Greg, do you really think Defect is that crafty? Sorry. No shade.
Fingers.
Oh.
I mean, I don't. I don't. He's not stupid. He's just mean. How did? But if it.
The only thing I've ever
You
seen
were my
Defect
friend.
be mean to is things threatening you. And both of you are telling me the truth right now.
I would never say a mean thing to you, Greg.
But you did. Do I remember this soothing voice? Or
Very
did I roll so low that is wiped?
No, you don't remember this voice
Okay.
speaking to you.
Do I have any knowledge of... Because Adis is right. How can we both be telling the truth? How do you know we're both telling the truth? You don't know everything.
I'm very good at reading people. I feel like you should know this by now.
I mean, I guess.
And
That's kind of
I
the only one thing you're
spent
good at.
a lot of time with you guys. You're very easy to read. Tell me I'm wrong.
What? I can lie. I don't know if Defect is good at that, though.
I mean, you probably can't lie to me, but that's not the point. It's more so, how can you remember something to be true to you, and Defect remembers something different? It's not like there's two of him.
How do we know? What if somebody made another one?
I mean, we've never seen another one.
I thought he was the only one like him.
As far as I'm aware.
But you could do
Defect is-
disguise yourself.
I mean, sure, there's magics, but I mean, somebody would have seen something else like Defect. He always sticks out like a sore thumb.
Very
Yeah.
strong sore thumb.
And the only person here that could possibly help this is not here this week.
Adis, can you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
The thing I should be proficient in, but I'm not.
Oh.
Oh no.
No, Rangers are a wisdom caster. I should be proficient in wisdom saving throws. Just saying. Not strength. 16.
Ooh, nice. Cool. So Adis, you remember something from earlier this night as you were waiting for Greg. You remember when you got to the tavern, when it was just you and Defect, you remember that Defect was, like, repairing the bracelet that he's currently wearing.
What?
I didn't remember that earlier.
Yeah, you just remembered it right now.
Defect, can I see that bracelet really quick? Can I investigate the bracelet?
Sure.
If it will help.
Go ahead.
Mystery.
Make... Since you're what are you looking for in this? To see if it was, like, repaired?
Yeah, anything recent that doesn't look like, I guess, Grig's handiwork, since I'm familiar with that.
All right. Go ahead. Make an investigation check. Using your intelligence modifier. I think it already does that, but
Yeah, investigations. Yeah.
Cool.
17.
So with a 17, you definitely recognize Grig's style. You definitely see that it has like endured damage from just being on defect. Like it would get busted and broken a few times.
Normal wear and tear.
Yeah, normal wear and tear. And there is at least one part that looks like it was replaced at some point. You can't tell how quickly it was, or like how long ago it was. Like it's not, you don't get that much out of it, but like it's definitely been damaged and broken before and been repaired. But when that happened is anybody's guess. It could have been 3 weeks ago. It could have been this afternoon.
Greg, did you do this here? Do you remember doing this?
Do I remember doing this? Amber doesn't remember doing this.
Yeah, like you would normally repair the bracelet when it gets damaged in battle from defects, fighting style. So
Okay.
like you know that you've repaired it many times, but
Okay. I mean, I've done it before. Like, it has broken. I don't know. Does that look like an older repair to me, or like a just did it repair?
it looks like you definitely know that the piece that was replaced, you did that previously, but you also know that when you replace a piece into a bracelet like that, it's also a weak point that could pop again.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, yeah, but like that doesn't mean it didn't break and then you fixed it again in the same spot.
Well,
You can't fix this stuff.
right, but I mean, if it breaks all the time, the fact that it broke is not exactly a earth-shattering.
Greg is saying defect broke it. Looking at it, I mean, I don't mean offense defect. You're not necessarily the delicate crafts type.
I agree. Look at these hands. For swinging axes.
They are very calloused. I doubt you have dexterity for that. I just, for some reason, remembered defect repairing the bracelet at the table, but looking at the bracelet, I don't know. Can I make like a this doesn't make sense check?
I mean, you don't have to make a check for that yet. None of this makes
Okay.
sense. Like everybody's telling the truth. You remember the defect was repairing that bracelet. You just didn't put the 2 and 2 together until Greg started talking about him having broken it.
Do I? Because it doesn't make sense. I'm not stupid.
No, you're not.
Do I have? Can I make some sort of check to like? Do I know of like magic that could do this? Is this like? Because I thought of disguise self, right? It could have been another defect. Maybe.
You can make an Arcana check.
Okay.
What this will reveal isn't whether or not you've been ensorcelled or anything like that. It will just reveal like the possibility if such things exist. Like that's all.
That's all I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
17.
Cool. Great. With a 17, you know that there's a lot of magic out there. Like the problem is there's a lot of powerful magic and not enough people to make it to like wield it properly. So it's kind of everywhere and kind of running around Johanna right now. But you do know, you have heard about like people using magic to like influence people in various ways, make people think that they are friends or companions, or like, in fact, I think you've used either suggestion or charm person, or someone in your group has. So you know that kind of stuff exists. Yeah,
That's
like
true. Okay.
like you know that Spoot has been able to like suggest a course of action to enemies.
I mean, there's magic, but you did say those things, and it was terrible.
I know.
It's not in my vocabulary. I would never say those things. You've been enchanted.
But enchanted's in your vocabulary.
That stupid goblin.
but not dumb.
I know Faye can like to play pranks. I don't know if this will even work, and I'm gonna cast protection from evil and good on myself.
Okay.
See if that does anything.
Great. You cast protection from good and evil on yourself. What are the exact effects of the spell?
Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected from certain types of creatures: aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiends, and undead. Protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls. I also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed. And if I already am, I have advantage on saving throws.
Okay.
And against any new effects.
Yeah, so you cast this on yourself. That energy infuses your body. No change.
That's all.
Cast Dispel Magic.
This is all very suspicious. I bet Amber did that.
What are you
Dispel magic
casting?
is-
What are you casting Dispel Magic on?
I'm casting Dispel Magic on the effect of the inconsistent memories. I can cast it on a creature, object, or a magical effect.
Yeah. So who and or what are you casting it on?
On the effect of Grig's memories.
Okay. What does it look like when you cast Dispel Magic?
Like a water droplet going bloop and spreading out.
All right. So Greg, you feel this natural magic from Olive, which is very different than your like arcane. It's almost like worldly magic in a way. And it courses over you. No effect. Like it didn't remove anything. Your memories are your memories.
That felt funny. But I don't know what you were trying to do. I'm not magicked. I don't think. I just know that happened. This is very suspicious, though. Did Amber do it? Somebody
There's no-
had to have been. I don't know. Now I'm looking at you. I believe you, but I don't believe you. But
Yeah.
Why don't-
You know what you saw and heard, and you know that argument you had.
yeah.
Why don't we tonight go to bed? Tomorrow we can go see the wizard in the morning. The one in the tower. He might know of something that might be causing this. Know how to reverse it. Or see the truth. He'd seem pretty knowledgeable. And Greg, if you don't want to go back to the above decks, you can just come back to my place for tonight.
Be around.
You cut
Fine.
out.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
All right.
Sleepovers.
I have a nice couch with lots of pillows.
I
And
like
tomorrow we're
those.
going to see the wizard.
What?
So then tomorrow we'll go see the wizard.
All
The
right.
wonderful wizard of Fey Harbor.
Frog.
The wonderful wizard of Frog. Yes.
Okay.
I will start escorting Greg to my apartment.
Okay.
You're right. I really should have bought something better to eat. I'm hungry again, and that stuff. I mean, it was fine. To be honest, I found some good stuff, but
I think we have some stuff in the ice chest, unless you want a good berry.
nope.
Wonderful. So
Only under the most dire of circumstances.
That's right. Only on death's door.
Otherwise, trash.
no good berry, no way, no how. Very cool. So you head out.
Bye, Greg.
Wow.
Wow, just
Greg
That's
Greg is upset.
She's really mad at you.
Amber's a
Ethan.
method.
No, sorry.
She's
went
immersed
to
in her
click
character.
into. I went to click into the window, and it instead closed because it happened to be on the red thing. Oopsies.
oopsie. Okay, cool. So Adis leads Greg back to his and Kaylin's apartment. Defect, Olive, you return to the above decks.
Yes.
Okay. You hunker down for the night. Adis, you get back to your place. Kaylin is already asleep. So you are able to get Greg all set up on the couch. And then you see that they are okay. Give them a blanket, bunch of pillows. However they want to make their nest, they are able to do so. You go in your room, and you see your kind of silver fox husband just kind of asleep in the bed. Nothing out of the ordinary.
I go to bed.
Yep. The morning comes. You all wake up. You all reunite, and you head towards the Pearl Tower of Imolad.
Do our memories still seem askew? Like something still seems weird?
So all of your memories are still accurate. Like,
Okay.
Greg remembers the fight. You remember Defect messing with the bracelet. Defect says that never happened.
Right.
Defect, make a wisdom saving throw for me this morning, will you?
Oh, no.
Lord.
I hate these. I hate these so much. I'm gonna need more wine soon.
A natural 20 from Defect.
Wow.
Thank God.
Defect's feeling extra
Yeah.
wise today.
He put
Wow.
on his glasses this
Because
morning.
knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
Thanks, G.I. Joe.
Wow. Very
Guys,
nice.
it's-
Very cool. You hear this voice, this very soothing voice, begin to you don't see anybody, you don't sense anybody, you just hear this voice being like, you broke it, you broke it. You know you broke it. And you're just like, no, I didn't. And
Get out of my head.
You're just
stupid
like,
voice.
yeah, fuck that voice. That voice don't know you. Make another wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh no.
And there's the balance we love. That's a natural one.
Oh.
Do we love it? I don't. I mean, I like it when you do it, not us.
No.
So,
Where's my
Defect,
dog?
you remember everything correctly, except for one thing. You know that you and Greg had a small argument, not nearly as big as they make it seem to be, where you were just like, I'm just thinking about going when everything's okay. That's all you said, and they threw off in a huff, and you had this small little disagreement. It wasn't a big fight. And it's possible that as you were gesticulating, you may have accidentally broken the bracelet and then had to repair it. But it wasn't as big a deal as Greg is making it out to be.
I still remember this soothing voice. From
No.
earlier? From that. No.
You
I just completely-
remember the soothing voice being like, yeah, you broke it, and you being like, well, no, but yes, but not on purpose, not like Greg is saying I did. It was an accidental in gesticulation, not that you'd use that word, but waving your hands around,
I was gonna say that's a word for a barbarian.
yeah.
Big word for barbarian.
Yeah, you were waving your arms around and you smashed it against a table or a chair or something and it broke. But it's not the first time that's happened. But so you just had to fix it. It wasn't a big deal, but Greg seemed really put off by it. And as you think about it, it's oh yeah, I guess I kind of did break it, but it wasn't they're saying it was. So that's what you know. But you all meet up and head over to the Pearl Tower of the Great Mage Imolad.
Walk with Olive.
who's a frog, but he's not green.
Correct.
And I shoot. Awkward looks over at Defect.
Fine. I'm walking with Adis, and I'm looking sad.
Okay.
Insight
Can I tell
check.
that he's sad?
You may make an insight check, Adis and Grig, if you are so inclined.
Mom is worried about her children. 21.
15.
You both can tell that Defect is sad. And Adis, you think he might feel a little guilty about something.
Defect, are you okay?
Alright, don't tell Grig this, but I think maybe I did kind of break the bracelet, but it wasn't intentional, and I fixed it. I didn't think Grig would notice. It's fine.
I
it's
do-
it's cool.
I do a telenovela gasp. I'm just kidding.
Hang on, you gotta zoom the camera at the same time.
Right?
Yeah. And then in gasping, I accidentally push Greg off the dock.
No, I'm walking with Olive.
Oh. Never
Yeah.
mind. I push Spoot off the dock.
Hey! Splash. That wasn't
He comes
very
back and
nice.
You didn't remember this yesterday. I don't like this. I hope Imelad can help. I knock on the door.
All right. You knock on the door. A few minutes go by, and eventually the door opens, and you see the dark-skinned, long, dark hair of Trista. Ah, look who it is. It's nice to see you again, my friends. Why does she become Italian? I can't do a Jamaican accent. I'm so sorry. But she's Jamaican. Or she has a Jamaican-like accent.
Okay. We're having some... I don't know if it's memory problems. Something's not right. And I can't put my finger on it, but I'm hoping maybe Imelad knows what this might be. Because it's very sudden memory changes.
Well, for sure. The great Mage Imolad can help you out. He does charge for such services, you know.
Well,
Oh, we got money.
Well, then it shouldn't be
Greg,
a problem.
okay.
We eat trash, but we have money.
I mean,
No,
I'm a goblin. I was
that was your decision, not that we couldn't have provided.
So you are all shown through the magical tower, up the strange landscape that is within it, up the lily pad platform,
I love that thing.
to over the like rocks and the bridge into the little hut that is a larger space inside of a larger space.
If we get a castle, we should get a lily pad lift.
Olive has never seen this before and is just staring all around.
Oh, that's
It's
true.
fantastic.
Yeah. You go down this hallway, and then through a doorway, you step onto what looks like a big lily pad, and then it just begins to rise up inside of this tunnel, and you just rise up like 60, 70, 100 feet, who knows. And then you walk out, and you are hit by a swampy wave of heat, and you see what looks to be like a swamp with a path of stones and a little hut on the other side of like a river through the swamp. And you make your way over there. This human woman guides you there. And when you go into the hut, it's like a big library inside again. Still very warm and damp.
Can't be good for the books.
You don't know. But
This is super cool, guys.
but
Oh yeah, this is your first time. Didn't you just love the lily pad? It's magic.
That was pretty cool. Was it like soft and springy like a lily pad?
yeah, it felt like a giant lily pad. But
I'm just not
At
about
a
this leather
table.
armor in this humidity.
Oh, is that your new armor, Adis?
Yeah, I mean, but your armor is probably sticking to you as well.
Well, yes.
it's
not
a
very
little
comfortable.
uncomfortable, but nothing too crazy. But
Chafing a little
at
bit.
But at this table, or at a table, with a bunch of books and scrolls and stuff, you see a small figure, red and black skin, kind of like splotched, in green, black, and yellow robes. Maybe 3 feet tall, 4 feet tall, like maybe Grig's size. With a frog-like head. It's a little red frog person. And he looks up and says, "Oh, hello! It is nice to see you again. Oh, I do not know you. Welcome to my home. I am the great mage Imolad."
Hi, I'm Olive the Druid.
"Well, it is nice to meet you. What can I do for you all today? Trista has obviously shown you in, so you must have a question or a service you are asking for?"
We're having issues with our memories. Something's not quite right.
I remember being in a really big fight with Defect, and it was terrible and awful. But then the bracelet was maybe broken, but not actually broken, like I remembered it to be. And now,
And then Defect said that he didn't get into a fight with Grig. Both of them were telling me the truth. And then I remember Defect repairing the bracelet out of the blue. And then Defect this morning is saying that he does remember a small fight.
Edith,
And then,
do?
secret. Is what would you say
listen,
that means we did fight. I mean, I know there's magic, but also that means that we probably did fight. You're just making it seem like a small
Greg.
deal because
No. Greg, you're remembering
Defect.
wrong. Not a big
I
fight.
don't remember it wrong. You remember it wrong. I have feelings. I'm not just a stupid goblin.
Grig, Defect.
What?
Let us all calm down, please. I do not know you very well, but it sounds like you are having some kind of an internal argument about something, like in your side of your group. And
No, there's...
I do not know exactly what you are trying to ask of me. If these two had an argument, then there's nothing I can do about that. They have to work that out for themselves.
Something seems different with this, because two people can't be telling me different things, correlating with each other, and both be telling me the truth when they're telling me opposite things. Can you just check to see if there's any sort of magical influence? There's nothing that I could sense or fix myself. But I know, like, creatures like the Fae can tend to play pranks, but it's not them this time.
I mean, I can certainly take a look, I suppose. I'm not sure what I'm looking for.
I mean, memories are being askew, it seems.
Well, I can take a look if there's any sort of magical influence on you. And he kind of like shambles over, and you see his like big bulbous eyes kind of go like a violet, like ultraviolet kind of look, as he kind of like looks at you all. "Oh, well. You certainly have a lot of magical items on you. I can definitely see that.
Well, yeah.
But I'm not seeing any sort of magical auras emanating from anybody, so I don't think there's any kind of enchantments on you."
We don't remember having to make saving throws, right? I don't like this.
But Defect did remember the voice from earlier saying...
No, he didn't.
He remembers the first try.
Oh.
You broke it.
Wait.
Yeah, but it was kind of like a voice of his conscience as far as he knows.
Oh, so he didn't bring that up. Damn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it possible that you guys just had a misunderstanding?
No. Defect's wrong.
It's just... I look how this is turning into a real fight.
You have new friends now, and you don't need us, so you're gonna be mean to me.
You have new friends, Defect? Who are your new friends?
New friends.
I told you guys this. on Radius.
Oh,
It's
right.
not really detailed. The whole thing. Uh, I said no to them, Greg. I chose you over them. We can
Nuh-uh.
save.
You were
Defect.
yelling.
Oh, sorry.
You were yelling all about how you're like them and you don't need us, and I'm just a stupid goblin, and I never thought of you as a friend anyway, and so what do I care? You're gonna go with them.
Imolad just kind of like backs
I
away,
didn't say
like he's obvious. It is obvious that you have some discussions to do. I think it would be a good idea for you all to just sit quietly and talk through your feelings and get to a place where you can achieve balance in your group again. Otherwise, if you cannot achieve that, then maybe it is time to part ways.
That sounds like mushy stuff. Also, no.
Well, if
You
you
don't get
are
to
not,
leave.
if you don't want to talk about it, then you can ignore it and keep
I-
going, but it will fester.
Defect, is it possible that they're not taking no for an answer?
Mm, well, they didn't. Felt like they gave me the option to find them later. I don't know why they would rush that timeline, so to speak.
Well, you said he was being very insistent on you going home with him.
Yes, he was.
First, you get into mushy stuff with some human, and then you have a robot friend who's gonna not robot. Then you've got
How
a
dare you say that I'm mushy? I'm not mushy at all.
you've got this other friend who's trying to convince you to leave, and you're even thinking about it.
I mean, I have to think about it a little bit. I'm
I
not
saved
doing it.
you. You don't get to just leave.
No, I'm not leaving. I want you to come with me, if anything. You curious to know where I'm from, too?
A little,
mean,
except that they're all jerks.
I would lie and say if I said I wasn't curious as well. But-
Sorry to interrupt, but is there something you have learned about your friend's point of origin? This would be very interesting to know.
He said there was another one of him?
Some Sparkatron and the House of Arcane. No, the House of. Oh. House of. Where's the notes? I scrolled too far. Something about an Arcanaton, and there's a House Sparkarian. It's all really fancy, and they all sound like jerks.
These
His
are
name is
definitely
Blockadius,
words.
and that's a stupid name.
Oh well, these are words that I haven't heard before. But if these are about his past, this could be very interesting. Would you be willing to tell me what this information is?
Defect, it's yours to share. Or Blockadius?
I feel what's more important is saving my friendship
I
with
hate it.
Rick here.
Well, maybe could you find something out about these Arcanatons? You've never heard that before.
No, I've never heard of them before, and I've never seen anything quite like Defect. I have certainly had my fair share of interaction with constructs, but never something like you.
And that doesn't, I forgot to ask, that doesn't ring like an old world bell?
Nope.
Okay. It's not something from my age either. Maybe it's from a different continent.
Or plane.
I have been to a lot of places, including different continents, and I have never met anything called an Arcanaton.
I don't believe we are old creatures. He has said that I am but 11 years old, and that the head of the house is 20 years. According
Not
to
my
notes.
age.
Yeah, minus
You're
1,000.
like 1,000.
I was frozen in time.
Eh.
It counts.
So I'm 1,020. Okay. That looked great for my age.
Especially for a human your age.
Yeah.
Stupid
Imagine
humans.
the wrinkles.
Oh, man. I mean, shoot,
Botox,
Kalen looks
baby.
good for his age.
Oh, we're not gonna talk about that right now. Are there magics that can change our memory?
Oh yes, there are certainly. It is possible, I suppose, that you have all been affected by such a thing, but it would be very difficult to do.
This seems like a lot of work. I mean, couldn't someone just like disguise themselves as Defect and pick a fight with Greg?
Yeah, but
Well,
Even-
sure.
It seems like much easier than messing
Defect-
with anyone's mind.
Defect yesterday said that they didn't have a fight, and now this morning they say they remembered having a fight. So something
Fight
has
is
to
strong
happen.
word. It's
Argument, spat, couples dispute, either one.
Well, I do not know you very well, but people do lie. I
He
don't
wasn't
mean any
lying.
offense.
I'm not lying.
I didn't mean.
Friends don't lie.
I am just saying,
Oh.
as an outside observer who is not aware of all of this, it sounds to me like perhaps Defect did not think the disagreement or whatever was on the scale that the Greg did, and you know.
I wish Spoot was here for Zone of Truth. Ah,
Yeah.
If
Oh.
you think it is possible that your memories have been altered, I can make I have some skills in such a thing that may help you. It is possible.
Could you? I mean, I imagine for all of us it's expensive. If you can just maybe fix either Defect or, I would say Grig's memory the most.
Really fix my memory. I mean, it's weird if he doesn't remember it, because it was huge. He raged, but
Right.
I don't.
So, but
It's easy enough for
Emotional
someone to
agent.
disguise themselves as Defect. I mean, I disguise myself as other things all the time.
yes, but the thing is now all of a sudden this morning Defect remembers having an argument that morning when he didn't last night. So someone could have disguised themselves, but now Defect remembers something that he didn't remember yesterday's
So
from
Defect
yesterday
memories
morning.
that have changed.
Right.
No.
Overnight.
That seems like a far more specific problem than.
Right, but Grig is the most emotionally affected by it currently.
Yeah, feeling, but I'm right. It's not
Right.
like I'm being weird with feelings and mushy and
You
stuff.
could be right with your current memory. We can see if it's been altered, and if it hasn't, then we have a bigger problem that we need to face between the two
Yeah,
of you.
Defect's a jerk.
Greg, we'll
Well-
approach Defect being a jerk if your memory was not changed at all. Just give
This
it a
does make
try.
the most sense, logically speaking. Dang it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Greg, if you are
Don't
will,
you me?
well, Greg, if you are willing, I can get one of these scrolls and try to see if I can help you at all. But I'm
Can
only
I look
going
at
to do
it?
it. Well, sure. I do not know if you are going to understand it, but one moment, and he kind of waddles / hops walks over to a scroll case, and you see like it's easily 3 times his height.
Oh,
And-
I love it.
And he just kind of looks at it and like he touches a little knob, and you see as he turns the knob, the racks of the scroll case like move and rotate.
Like dry cleaning?
Kind of. Except
love it.
vertically instead of like
A
horizontally.
giant Rolodex.
And
But a
it,
magical
like,
Scrollodex.
yeah. And like it comes over to a certain point and he stops and he pulls out a scroll and comes back over. Okay. As you can see, it's, a simple scroll here. Grig, you look at the scroll, it means very little to you.
What is it? Is it written in a different language? What spell is this? How does it work? Can you learn it and know it for real, or is it always on a scroll?
Greg
Well,
is a very
I
inquisitive.
do have it. I also do have it copied into my spell book, but this particular one is not something I use very often, so it's much less easier for me not to keep it prepared.
Okay. I don't know how that works because I don't really do the book thing, but cool. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's give it a shot. He undoes it and he says a few words in this weird language that sounds like gurgling and bubbles, and
Gurgling and bubbles.
yeah, and
I bet Scoot
then
understands it.
the
I was gonna say, does it sound like when Scoot speaks praise in Aquan?
it sounds similar, yeah. The scroll pulses a blue and a green, and then this little ball of energy rises up from the scroll, taking all of the ink and writing with it, swirling around and going over to Grig and hovering over them, and then just kind of draping down and covering their body in this glowing aura for a moment. And it kind of pulses the blue, pulses the green, pulses the red. And when it pulses red, it begins to sizzle, and it
Ooh.
and
What's it doing?
and the energy fades away. Grig, your memory is restored, and you did not have a fight with Defect. You had a normal morning.
What the what?
So what does that mean?
Someone owes me an apology.
What? No, I don't. I didn't do it on purpose. Somebody did
You
it. That douche, the Umber face did it, or was Amber? It was either Amber or Umber. One of them did it.
Greg,
Does this
What's your-
mean your memory has been restored?
Well, yeah. I mean, whatever that red stuff, it sizzled. I
Oh,
didn't know if I had a perfectly normal morning, and then
that was indicative of a curse being removed.
a curse.
Curse.
Whoa.
Shit.
How do I learn how to do that?
We could have just had Spoot do that, but he's not here. It would have been free.
It's alright. We have got plenty of money. It's fine. I don't mind eating trash in order to make for this. Okay. So okay,
I will feed you a good berry before you eat trash.
gross.
Gross.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You removed a curse, which means that somebody cursed me to think that I was in a fight with Defect, and I have to say that the only people who would get a advantage from that is going to be Amber, your wannabe girlfriend, and whoever this Umber face is who wants to take you away.
I thought Amber was a they friend.
I don't know.
Not
It was
my
mushy
fault.
stuff.
Yeah, Amber did not seem to subscribe to a gender.
Okay.
They friend. I don't even know what that is.
Mushy
friend.
stuff, friend.
Just going with that. So that's fun. We've been cursed.
Well, Greg's been cursed.
Greg's been
my-
hurt.
I do have a couple
Me-
more copies if you would like me to remove this. See if it's on any
is
of
that
you.
How much is that going to cost us?
He looks over to Trista, and Trista's like, "That'd be 90 gold for each scroll.
Be
Okay,
his
that's
manager?
fine.
I handle all of the Great Master Imolad's accounting.
Huh. Does that mean I
She's
handle
a
all of
very
your
worthwhile
accounting?
assistant.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Oh,
She's good."
I'll pay 90 gold for my memory.
Okay.
All you remember different is the fixing of the bracelet, right?
That he knows of.
Sure. I mean, yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
Alright.
Oh, and Defect too. Let's see what happens with Defect. I'd pay for that.
Yeah.
Do both of you pay for the scroll?
I'm paying for mine. Defect, do you want one?
Yes.
I'll pay for defects. Shoot.
Okay.
Although you have money, you told me you do.
I mean, I don't have the party
feel like you
funds,
said it already.
but I have my own money. I just want to see if Defect remembers some cool shit.
That's true.
So
Very true.
that's a total of 270 gold, 90 per scroll, however you want to divide that up. Subtract that from your inventories.
I already subtracted my 90 from my inventory.
Great.
I did mine. I will do defects because I said it.
Cool.
Greg said it.
All right. So Imolad grabs 2 more scrolls and a similar action. The orbs kind of float above your heads and then envelop you in energy, and they pulse blue, green, and then red over both of you again, and then the red dissolves away. Defect, you remember that you did not have an argument with Greg. You didn't break your bracelet. Adis, you remember that you didn't. You remember that you don't remember Defect repairing his bracelet. Like you still have recollection of the memory, but you know that memory is not what happened.
Okay. That light bulb was just like flickering for a moment, trying to.
Who did this and how do we punish them?
I walk over to Greg.
More importantly, how do we keep them from doing it again?
That's fair too. I didn't like that. If they can do that, I don't want to know what else they can do. And Malad, do you know how you can if we can prevent this from happening again?
Well, if it is the spell, I think it is. Not really, unless you attempt to just be conscientious of all times. The best thing is to keep your mind sharp.
So
unless you have some kind of hat that would negate magic spells being cast on you.
Aha!
Tinfoil. It's a tinfoil hat. I knew it.
That's a thing?
I mean, I have never come across one, but
Holland goes for everybody.
all things are possible.
There's this old conspiracy theorist that lived in my village. He ran around in a tinfoil hat with the end is nigh sign.
But yeah, we had one of those in Winton.
I feel like they're everywhere. So I guess whoever did this physical altercation is the only way. If we can't,
I'm going
have
to
it
kill
either
them.
Yeah.
I am unsure who did this thing, but whoever it was obviously a very powerful mage. Or at least of moderate proportions. Probably not an archmage level, but definitely a learned individual.
You didn't do this, right? I
No.
look at the money handling lady, whose name I can never remember.
She's trying to
Trista?
swindle us.
Trista. I look at Trista.
I know. She looks at you and she's like, "Don't you be looking at me, Goblin. I know numbers, not magical things."
Yeah, and so you take money from whoever for whatever.
Lord. Okay.
I am in
Greg,
service to the great mage Imolad and nobody else. Don't you be stepping on me toes now, Goblin.
Right, so maybe Imolad did it, and you got paid for it, because it's worth the money.
Greg, I don't think they would have.
Well, to
Done
be
this.
fair, it would have been
I mean,
more
I would've.
expensive in terms of my casting abilities for the day to use this spell if it's what I think it is. So it's really wouldn't be worth it for your paltry for the paltry charge we have to make against you.
What was?
But also, I don't really like being accused of things. So
Yeah, Greg, please don't. I
But
understand.
you're really
upset.
powerful.
Greg.
well, yes, I am the
We've-
great powerful mage Imolad. But it's still very rude to accuse people with no evidence or reasoning.
Whoever
How many
did this
people who
cast
are
it
as powerful
multiple
as you
times
are there?
yesterday.
No, that depends on your geographical location.
Whoever
Greg.
did this cast it multiple times yesterday, and for some fairly inconsequential results.
I mean, it wasn't completely inconsequential. It's now inconsequential because we got rid of it. But at the time,
Right. But in terms of the big picture, like, it was consequential to us.
unless they're trying to split Defect and Greg up, which is Greg's the only thing that might be holding Defect away from leaving to those other people.
Did you tell them that, Defect?
I'm sorry, did I tell them what?
Did you tell them that Grig was that you had a friend that was keeping you here?
I mean, I told them how awesome Grig is.
Right, so why wouldn't they try to break you and Grig up?
Right, but why would they bother to change your memory about fixing a bracelet?
To make him feel guilty. And upset that he hurt Grig and want to leave more.
Right, but if we're talking about a potentially very high level spell that someone has cast now 3 times yesterday.
I've seen high level magic used for stupider things.
My point being is that, someone either has more power than we could possibly imagine or has a bigger axe to grind here than we can imagine.
Axe to grind, I like that.
It could be both. I mean, you and Spoot can cast some strong magics as well. It's not out of the realm of possibility, as well as that halfling Bilbo Swaggins from the one that threw the fireballs at us.
His name was Bodo Proudbody.
Bodo, that's what it was.
Bodo, not Bilbo.
Yeah, I hate that guy.
Bilbo's wagons.
Right. Bodo was a fairly strong caster as well.
But he wasn't subtle.
Right. But
subtle
there are...
subtle magics are usually higher powered than, let's blow some shit up.
Sometimes, not all the time, but I'm just saying...
It is also possible for spellcasters to have a wide variety of spells at their command. So if you have an enemy who you know to be a well-equipped spellcaster, it's possible they have done some research and kind of upped their abilities in order to mess with you.
I mean, Spook can both kill somebody and bring them back to life. That's a variety.
Sure.
You can turn into a squirrel, or you can call down lightning. That's variety.
Okay, new plan. We're gonna go out into the world. We're gonna pay really close attention, and when somebody tries it, we're gonna kill them.
I like that plan.
I would like to interrogate first and figure out why. And then when we find the reasoning, it would help my conscience.
Ugh.
You've been hanging around with Spoot an awful lot, haven't you?
No, this is my own conscience.
Well, if that is all I can do for you today, I really should get back to my research.
Yes, we appreciate it. We're sorry. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being nicer than I am.
He kind of smiles a little froggy grin. Oh, you are very welcome. I try to be useful and helpful of people because I know a lot of people aren't used to someone like me. But just remember, if you do have a spellcaster as an enemy, you should be very, very wary of them. They can do all kinds of things. There is magic to make people hop between dimensions, and there is magic to make people invisible and make people mess with your minds and make people blow up and just kill people with a snap of a finger if you know enough. So you should really be very careful.
Well, I'm good at the blowing up part, so hopefully I blow them up first. Thanks.
Good luck out there.
Lord.
And he kind of hop walks back to his little chair. Then he kind of goes, "Boop," and he starts humming a little do 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 as he's singing. Trista corrals you all back down the lily pad out the front door and says goodbye to all of you and kind of curtly looks at Greg and just kind of nods and closes the door.
So I would say, if anything that seems unusual pops into your head, talk to the group first before blowing up. now that we're kind of aware that someone might be doing this to us?
Nobody's gonna mess with
Specifically,
me now.
yeah, specifically memories around defect. Might want to be careful of those ones. Or at least angry memories with defect.
Okay.
But I am glad we fixed that relationship for now.
We should get some lunch. I'm hungry.
Do you want a good berry?
No.
Yeah, it's definitely taken you a few hours to go through all this process. So it is approaching noon,
Sweets.
which
baked goods,
means that
muffins.
it is the 6th day. Tomorrow the wagon is supposed to be ready. Unfortunately, this little bit of a sidetrack debacle thing has meant that those of you who were attempting downtime activities do not get a progression.
Dang it.
Enough time has gotten in the way that you don't get credit for the week.
Poop.
But you
Partial credit?
there's no mechanic for partial credit, so the good news is like it also didn't cost you money. So there's that.
Oh yeah, that guy was nice enough to let me try to ride Red Thunder every day for.
Well, no, your riding lessons are still a thing because you pay by the lesson there. So
Yeah. Okay. Tell me how much whenever that happens.
it's 2 silver, so you've spent 5, so that's 1 gold so far.
Oh, okay.
And that includes like tack rental and all that stuff.
Gotcha.
Cool. So, how do you want to spend the rest of this day? Are you gonna like?
We just have one day.
Yeah, tomorrow the wagon is ready.
Shopping.
I want to buy a bunch of candy and sweets, and I want to go looking for that magic hat.
Cool. Make an investigation check.
We'll just get you some tinfoil.
And a colander.
Yeah, I was about to say put it on top of a colander.
26.
Cool. With a 26,
Nice.
you find the finest bakery in all of Fay Harbor, and you succeed in loading yourself up with sweets and like cookies and baked goods, like cinnamon rolls, like
I'm not eating my feelings. You are.
all kinds of gooey like cakes and muffins and whatnot.
You know what we should?
You
You know what we
easily
should
spend 10 gold on desserts and get like a massive like. It would be a huge, massive box, but you've got your bag of holding, so you just shove it all in there, no problem.
Do you know what we need? The refrigerator bag of holding, because there's
Oh,
an
yeah.
item that preserves food longer. We need that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds
it's gonna
good.
be
Well,
almost
the good thing is the bag of holding, like, it's airtight. Like, there's no air in there, so that's nice.
But I
But
can still mold.
yeah, there's still temperature in there, so.
Yeah.
But
Just need that like refrigerated bag.
yeah.
Well, does mold grow when there's not oxygen too?
That's true.
botulism does.
There you go.
Now we know.
Now
We're
we'll
all
have
going to die of botulism.
right, not dysentery, botulism.
Botulism.
It's
Wonderful.
a great thing we have our cleric with us.
Every morning, remove disease, remove disease, remove disease.
Honestly,
Um,
I'm going to
Great.
subclass paladin. Thank you.
Greg, you ask everybody and everybody. No one's ever heard of a hat that will make you immune to magic.
Okay.
Anybody else
Except-
looking to
except-
buy anything specific or
the homeless
general?
guy with the end is nigh hat, cardboard thing on his chest.
There
wearing
is
just
there is
that.
one half orc who's wearing very little, and what he is wearing is very like like it's less of a tunic and more of like a rug he cut a hole in and threw over his shoulders, and popped his head through, and it's grungy and grimy, and he does have some like crumpled like straw monstrosity on his head that he calls his like brain helmet. that he does try to get you to like. All of you should be wearing one of these because this keep your brain safe from all the brain slugs, man. All the brain slugs, they get in your brain and they eat your brains. They eat your memories, they eat your ideas, they eat your thoughts. You gotta have the hat.
I get one, and I wear it for the rest of the day.
That.
Great. He reaches into a pile of dirty straw and kind of like muds it up into like a ball and plop onto your head. It's like,
Oh God.
there you go. You'll be good with that now.
Cool.
I thought you were supposed to be intelligent.
Well, I'm also suspicious.
Great. So you've got a plop of muddy straw on your head.
I don't think this is gonna work.
Oh
Well done.
no, Greg, you got it on your fancy blanket cape.
What? Where?
There's a spot there.
Ah!
Dry cleaners.
Uh,
I'm going grocery shopping.
Cool. Are you just buying like rations or?
Some rations. I mean, I have the good berries, but spices to cook with, like cooking needs for the road.
Yeah, I still have 12 ration packs in the bag of holding, I think.
Okay.
I still have 10
Okay.
rations and a bag of rice, a 5-pound bag of rice, and a bag of orcish spices.
Yeah. So rations are 5 silver each. You can buy however many you want of those.
That's
And a
one
big
day,
bag of
right?
apples for
That
the
that is
horses.
1 day worth of rations.
Okay. I'll buy 10 rations.
Okay.
And then I want to find like a spice shop, stuff like that.
Yeah. It's not difficult necessarily to find a spice shop. The selection is not wide and varied necessarily. There's salt, there's pepper, there's cinnamon, there's clove, but there's nothing like really exotic necessarily. But they can sell you, pleasant cooking spices. Like imagine like English cooking spices, but no like Middle Eastern or anything like that. No
Okay.
Asian spices. It's
No
like
turmeric.
no turmeric.
Damn.
Just like the basics, like salt, pepper, basil, rosemary, thyme. Those
That's fine.
kinds
I'll
of things.
take
Yeah.
those.
Yeah,
Still good for us too.
they can sell you that. It is a little pricier, but you can get a hearty satchel of that, of various spices in like little paper packets, for well, it would be 2 gold, but it kind of depends on how much you want. Like if you want to buy like enough for like a week, it's like 7 silver. But if you want to buy like enough for like multiple weeks, then it gets pricier.
Multiple weeks.
Okay, so 2 gold will get you 3 weeks of spices.
How long of a journey are we going on?
You aren't entirely
don't know.
sure.
I will get. You said wait, how many weeks? You said 3 weeks.
Yeah, 2 gold will get you 3 weeks.
I'll do 6 gold worth of spices.
Okay. Their eyes kind of go wide and they're like, okay, sure. And they give you 3 well-stuffed bags of spices.
And I try to carry it.
Each of the bags weighs as much as a ration pack, so
Okay.
they each weigh 2 pounds.
Oh, that's fine. I
Spices
was
are
just imagining like giant bags. I was like, I have 11 strength.
Oops.
Just start yelling outside the front door, defect!
Come carry my groceries.
Right.
Right.
I'm nimble, not strong.
I am going to, just for the sake of having them, pick up a couple of potions of healing. Regular ones.
Cool. Yeah, you can do that. You can go down to Haggie's Healy's.
Oh, it's Haggy again! Does Spook come? Because that might mean I get a deal.
Spoot will not go. He's going to take care of his own preparations for the day.
Damn, it's good.
But yeah, you go
Greg,
down
you're
to Haggie's
charismatic.
Healy's. And she's like, Oh, hello, dearie. Oh, look at you. Oh, it's the little one. How can I help you today?
I need more potions of healing because we're gonna go on an adventure and probably get hurt.
Well, your friends have cleared out most of what I have, plus a few other people have come by. Oh, let's see what I got. And she pulls out a little box and opens it up. Well, I've got 2 regulars left.
That's perfect. Good enough. It'll keep us from being totally dead.
All right, that's 50 each. That's 100 gold.
Here you go. Hey, have you ever heard of a thing, like something magical that can keep you from being cursed magically? So that, like, nobody can mess with your mind?
No, but it sounds like a good idea.
Right? I tried this, like, straw mud thing, and I don't think it's real.
Oh, yes, dearie. If you ever find one of those, you bring it on over to Haggy. Haggy'll sell it for you. It'll be great.
Well, I don't want to sell it. I want to wear it.
Oh, well, I guess that makes sense, too.
Yeah. Maybe you could make it. Maybe there's a potion that does it.
Oh, certainly none that I've ever heard of.
Oh. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay, bye, dearie. And the door slams behind you. So you buy your various accoutrements, head back to your respective things, and get some rest. And in the morning, your wagon should be ready. And with that, we're going to take a quick little 5-minute break here to do a little bio break, get all that done up. So thanks for sticking around, everyone. We will be right back in 5 minutes. So thank you very much for sticking around, and we look forward to seeing you when we come back. See ya. And we're back. Hello, everyone. We are back from our quick little break here. So, after an eventful day of having various curses removed from people, you are back together. You've had a restful evening. You've done a little bit of shopping. It is now the day when hopefully your wagon will be covered and able to go. You can pick up your horses.
Clyde and Cleed.
That's
I
right.
took a note.
Good job.
I have apples for them.
Oh, excellent.
Apparently, I've been carrying around. At some point last week, I bought 30 apples. For
Yeah, you
horses.
bought a little bush of apples. That's true. Wondrous. I love it.
That is all Olive is buying for this trip because.
What
because
else do
she's
you
good.
need?
But she wants to
I
make
mean-
friends with the horses, so.
hmm
And also, apples are cheap.
Yeah, fair. Great. Wonderful. So you all head on over to your the horse stables and the wagon. You pick up the horses. If you're going to want like any kind of like well, no, it's all included in the price of the wagon, I think. But so they give you just kind of rope reins because nobody bought like a halter and a bit and bridle or anything. So they just give you like rope to lead the horses away on. But you head over and indeed the wagon is ready. The guy shows you how to hitch your horses to the wagon. And it is done. You have a covered wagon. Again, it's like an 8x8 wide kind of wagon with your two draft horses up in front. And the covering like covers like a little bench in front that is it's not like super covered, but it's covered enough. Should keep rain at least off from the top and a little bit off the sides, but if it comes like in low or anything, it probably won't do too much. But the back is covered.
Put all of our stuff in the back.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide if I need to like. How did my riding lessons go? Does Grig decide to buy their own horse or not?
It's up to you.
I feel like I need to leave it up to somebody else.
You're the one who spent the time riding the horse.
True. Hmm.
Olive's going to offer each of the horses half an apple.
They didn't go very well, but Grig really liked it. Grig does not buy a horse.
Okay. Grig does not buy a horse this time.
Grig looks longingly at Red Thunder, though.
Both Clyde and Cleed happily munch half of an apple. And when they're done, they kind of like turn their head, sniffing, hoping for more.
These apples have to last for a little while. I am going to ask them if their accoutrements attaching them to the wagon are comfortable.
Are you casting Speak with Animals?
I am.
Okay. Well,
We've got 10 minutes while Grig thinks about this. I've got 10 minutes to...
It's fine. I'm fine. Are you fine? Yeah, I'm fine.
Just wanted to make sure it's nothing's, pinching or rubbing or...
Nope. Ready to go.
Let's go then.
Okay.
Anyone got anything else they need to do here?
They start clomping off. Who's riding who's driving here, and like how are you all riding this thing?
I'm in front.
Okay,
Are
so
you driving?
are you
Greg
driving?
wants to drive, but I feel like Adis won't let Greg drive. Greg has not driven a wagon before.
Okay, well, you can figure that out. So 2 people can sit on the bench on the front. And then it's up to other people how they want to travel with the wagon. You can be inside, you can walk alongside. It's up to you.
I mean, at the moment, Olive is up near the horses talking to them, so
Sure,
she's definitely not driving wagon.
sure. So are you just going to walk with everybody out of Fay Harbor?
I guess so. For not walking that, we're not moving that fast.
Yeah, pack horses don't move that quickly, so...
And there's probably some traffic in town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's definitely, like, people around, so...
It's not a
You can't go galloping along.
Or, well, you have draft horses is what you have.
yes,
But-
draft horses.
But yeah, they are not particularly quick. They're faster than most people, but they're like Defect can easily walk alongside them. They have a speed of 40, so, and they're pulling a wagon, so they're able to move their speed because there's 2 of them on the tandem wagon, and away y'all go, heading outside. You pass through the gates of the city. People like wave. You have some, like, there's some recognition, like rumors of like what you did, like for the Commodore and the Baron have kind of spread. So people are like, oh, bye. There go the Misfits, Greg Misfits. What are we calling them? But the town guard kind of nod as you go. As you leave the city, you see that Kalen is there talking with a few people, and he kind of waves to you all as you depart and gives a little wink and a look after Adis. And you all head down.
We are out of town enough. I will put away my fabulous brooch and my beautiful blanket cloak.
Yep. Adis, your husband was at the gates and waved goodbye to you all and gave you a little wink as you departed.
Aw. I wink back.
How nice. But great. So,
Out of curiosity,
Yeah.
do I notice Amber? Crowd?
make a perception check.
Nope.
With a natural 1, nope. You are inside the wagon and can't see through the walls.
Yep.
Ooh.
Is it a pioneer wagon? Please tell me it's a pioneer wagon.
Kind of. It is, like an 8-foot by 8-foot wagon, and it's got like a canvas roof kind of covering the wagon bed, and the bench that the driver sits on.
Is it rounded?
It's not rounded, not really.
Aw.
No, it's more squared off.
No Oregon Trail for me.
It's not like it's not a square, but it's like it's angled.
Mhm.
Like it's a flat top, and then it kind of angles and angles again. So bump, bump,
Okay.
bump. They did it in a week out of what they had and what they could get for you. So,
Mhm.
And retrofitted a pre-existing wagon to make it work.
Cool. How do you guys like the wagon?
It's okay,
Are you driving the wagon, Adis?
because I assume you won't let Greg drive the dragon. I mean, wagon.
I'm not letting you drive the dragon.
But I wanna!
Olive, what's your animal handling?
Olive is proficient in animal handling.
You can drive the wagon.
All right, I will cease chit-chatting with the horses and hop up on the seat and drive the wagon.
Okay, great. Just go ahead, give me an animal handling check. With advantage because they like you.
26 with advantage.
Okay, yeah, no problem. You easily, yeah, and away you all go in your little wagon, kind of moving at a very nice pace, out of Fay
I-
Harbor. Yeah.
I cast Long Strider on the horses.
Ooh, interesting.
Hmm.
It's just an extra
That a
10 feet of
thing?
moment, but it'll give a little boost.
Long Strider on the horses. I'm just seeing if there's anything. Nope, just a creature. Yeah, cool. Are you using one spell slot or two?
I'll just start with 2 for now. Like 2 first level spell slots. I want to hold on to the second ones for now.
All right, fair enough. So away you go. The
A little
horses.
bit more pep in their step.
Yeah, they have a little more giddy up in their get go. So let's take a look here at the map.
Ooh, a map?
So yeah, you are leaving Fay Harbor. Great, you're already there. So how do you want to get to the Verdenton Glen, which you know is up here somewhere in the southern bit of the Verdentious Causeway?
I forgot to ask. I would have wanted to ask while we're in town what the Glimmering Void is like.
It seems that most people don't really know. Well, make an investigation check, Adis, retroactively, and we'll see how you do.
Because I forgot I wanted to ask the horse master that to see if anybody had gone out there.
Cool. With a 17, you do find a couple people who have heard rumors, and one or two who claim to have been through it. There are creatures who live there, and they do seem to be there's bugbears, there's orcs, there's giant kin. It's wild country. There's no real road through it.
Right.
But going that way does save a lot of time.
What's the other way people suggested?
So the other way would be to go kind of due east, sort of this way, cross over the offshoots of the Divide River twice, and then go up north to Bestville following the divide itself, and then crossing back over again, which will add a lot of time as there are only certain places that you can cross the river. It's slightly safer, but there's still trouble on the road. There's no ruling empire that patrols all
Right.
these roads. There's villages here and there. There's no big cities. People are still recovering from 1,000 years of.
But what about Bestville?
Bestville is described
Here's the
to
best village.
Bestville is described to Adis as a stronghold in the north, sort of deal. Above that, it's all hunters and trappers and people like
Promising.
Mm-hmm.
that. Has a very. You get told it's not like Fay Harbor. It's a lot
Right.
rougher.
I mean, should we just follow the river? It'd be a lot harder to get lost, then we'll have water source.
I mean, I can't get lost. Perks of traveling with me. But,
Well, we also have a wagon that has to go on certain terrain.
Yeah.
right, that's
Yeah.
the...
Downside.
but
Both ways
there's a lot
do
of
have.
creatures.
Both do have. You would have also been told this. Both do have cart paths. So the wagon could go either way.
Okay.
There are people who do travel through the Glimmering Void.
To never be heard from again.
I mean, people make it. You get told that there are some people who live there, in either small villages or lonely. You get a rumor of a lonely wizard who lives out there. And
We're good at wizards. Let's just go through there.
Yeah, and they say there's something weird with magic in the area, but you don't really get told what that is. Nobody really knows.
I don't like that, but what,
Something weird
what
with
do you,
magic does not.
Weird
What
with
do you-
magic is better than jerks who curse us.
I mean, what if it's a curse, though?
Say, is it better? I'm not sure it is.
I
It is.
Do you guys
They do
wanna-
say it is a lot quicker though to go through the void.
Do you guys want to go the quick but more dangerous route, or the longer, safer route?
I think you've met me right.
Yeah, I shouldn't
Yeah,
ask you.
danger.
I'm looking at Defect and Olive.
Quick and dangerous.
I think we just go the quick way. I mean,
Okay, well-
we just wasted a whole week faffing about town.
that's fair. I mean, I got us this nice wagon, and you have horses to talk to. So I don't think it was complete faffing. All right. We'll just have to keep our eyes peeled a bit more, I would say.
All right.
We can do that. One person driving and one person keeping a watch.
Yeah. Just like the people in the wagon, just occasionally take a look out the back.
Just lean on that there
Can do
pole and
There's no stripper pole in my wagon. Defect's axe is holding it up.
We'll just keep the back open.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. You can easily follow the path. You can actually get to the wagon to the same river crossing that you used to check out the ruins of Lytrol, if you are so inclined.
wasn't there something weird about that river crossing?
There was those water weirds, but Spook can talk to them.
Yeah, we chatted with them on the way out. There's
I
just a portal to the water realm somewhere underneath.
That's the something weird.
They're
Yeah.
cool though.
I mean, I can talk to them too, since Spook's kind of being oddly quiet.
Great.
Hibernating.
Yeah, so you get the wagon over there. Herbie and Claude, the two fellows who run the barge there, recognize you, and they're happy to haul you across. It's 3 gold per person, and 5 gold for the wagon and horses.
All right. I'll pay for myself in the wagon.
Okay,
How much a person?
3 gold.
And I'll pay for Spoot, and he can just give me mine back.
Okay. But great. You head off and continue on.
Olive's going to turn into some kind of water creature and swim across.
Somebody do me a favor and roll me a d20.
Who's doing it?
I'll do it.
Okay.
I don't trust myself. 16.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you go across with no issues whatsoever.
Oh, thank God.
Sweet.
Ooh, a dolphin. I can be a dolphin. I'm going to swim across as a dolphin.
Do you know what a dolphin is?
Do we have dolphins in the lake?
Make a nature
don't know.
check. I mean, technically no, because dolphins live in salt water. But
And there's the Amazon pink
Oh,
dolphin.
you kraken. I'm just
The
squid.
with a
You weren't there
16,
for that.
you have heard of dolphins, but you've never actually seen one.
Okay, fine.
Alligator?
Sure.
There's
That lives in the lake,
crocodiles in the lake. Yeah.
Yeah, crocodiles.
Okay. So, something predatory, so you get left
Something-
mostly alone.
Regardless, you
Something
burn a
large.
thing, and
Yeah, something large and swimming.
yeah, you burn a thing and spend a half hour as a animal. As y'all cross, no problem. So over you go. Herbie and Claude, as well as Falcon and Tern, all wave goodbye. Tern's a little bit more like whatever, but you
I didn't
all
bite them.
head off. Heading up through the pastoral plains. Are you like going north and cutting over? Are you following the river? The cart
Where's
path. The cart path goes north. If you want to follow the river, you'd have to go off-roading.
I think we follow the cart path.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So following that up, you make your way over and up, getting into the pastoral plains, which is great. Adis, just go ahead, make a survival check. Olive, go ahead and make an animal handling check with advantage. Wow.
Double
The
nat
best animal
20.
handler all around.
2 natural 20s.
This is the best trip ever.
Yeah,
You
no
got it.
problem. The horses are all about it. Clyde and Cleed are very excited to be hauling this wagon for y'all. And Adis, between the road and your innate sense of directions, no problem whatsoever. You follow the cart path.
I'll give them another apple.
Great. 4 days in, they get a second apple. Awesome.
4 days.
4 days?
Apple a day. Half
Yeah.
an apple a day.
All right.
Can I? So long as like we haven't seen trouble, I would like to continually long strider every now and then because it lasts an hour
Okay.
to, cut maybe like 5% off the trip.
Yeah, great. Go ahead. Now that you're up in the pastoral plains, go ahead, roll me a d20.
Someone else do it.
Okay, 16. Great.
No, 8.
No,
I
mine
rolled.
went through first.
Nope. Olive 1.
Oh, Olive rolled it. I thought that was my 16 still.
Nope, different 16.
No, I was faster than
great.
defect.
So yeah, it is clear weather. No issues, no problem. Someone go ahead and roll me a d10, please.
You can do that one.
Okay.
9.
9.
Great.
9?
Cool. So, as you are all writing about Adis, with your passive perception, you see a mound kind of off the side of the road, like on like just sticking up above a hill. Like it's a mound.
Sus.
Mm-hmm.
What's
That mound right there. It's an IED. It's just a mound of dirt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust this.
I
don't
mean,
know.
the DM
Adis-
mentioned it, so it can't be
I just don't know if I just want to just shoot the mound of dirt. Because Tanner
can
wants
shoot
to be...
it.
Sure. Do you want to shoot it? Go ahead.
Firebolt the mound of dirt.
Shoo! Bunk. You firebolted a mound of dirt. Nothing happens.
All right. Sorry, Tanner is sus about everything on the road.
Hey?
me.
Everything is suspicious.
That's fair.
Like-
That's fair.
Honestly, Adis, most people wouldn't even have noticed this mound, but you
I just was like
noticed
imagining it just
everything.
lifts up and bandits just start pouring out.
I mean, they're only hyenas.
They killed Carolee.
I know, that's the joke.
Yeah. It's It's just
The
a horde
dragon-
of hyena.
The dragon did that.
Well, no, Carolee died to hyenas first, and then we revived you, and then Carolee died to the dragon.
Yeah, she died a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, they were
It's not,
gnolls, but yeah.
Okay. They were regular gnolls, to be clear.
They were regular gnolls, actually.
Dire lich. They're dire lich gnolls.
Not yet.
Not you. I just cursed us.
Yeah.
I love it. You give me such great ideas. I'm on board with it.
Great ideas like the hat that, protects us from magic.
Yeah, that is a great idea.
The tinfoil hat
Mm-hmm.
with the tinfoil wrapped around the colander.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant the muddy ball of hay, but whatever. So there's this mound. It didn't do anything when Greg blasted it with a firebolt.
I guess we keep going.
Okay.
Defect, watch that mound of dirt.
Activate eagle eyes. I'm staring at that mound.
Yeah, you watch it as the cart goes by. It doesn't move. It doesn't do anything. You are well over a mile away. You've lost sight of it. You don't know why Ada's had you watching it.
It's a trap. You're making a suspicious mound of dirt, so next mound of dirt.
Well,
It's the
actually,
trap.
it was on.
Right.
Yeah.
But the day carries on, and no other events occur to shake you from your travel.
No suspicious bush dancing in the wind that's waving to Grig.
Nope. You all camp for the evening. No problems there.
Close friend.
What?
The
That's
tent.
draconic.
Oh,
To activate
to
the tent.
activate the tent.
Huh.
Gotcha. Yeah, no problem. Great. Somebody go ahead, give me a D20 roll for the next day.
My turn.
Yeah.
Turn.
3. God.
Cool.
Can you use your flash of genius?
Right.
Not on this one. So, clouds have kind of rolled in over the pastoral plains. They don't look like angry black clouds. They're just kind of overcast. But otherwise, the morning seems okay. You go ahead. You carry on throughout the day. Nothing happens of note throughout the day. You're getting closer to the area that you think the glimmering void begins at.
Do we see any glimmering, in the
glimmering?
distance?
Make a perception check.
Nope.
You do not see any glimmering with a 6 and a 18.
Beginning to think this glimmering thing might be overblown.
But
It's the glimmer of adventure in your eye.
aw, isn't that nice?
That's very poetic.
Uh-huh.
We'll put that in Defect's book.
The evening comes and goes without any sort of an issue. The next day, somebody roll me a d20, please.
Mike.
All right.
Two.
Oh.
All right.
Oof.
It seems those clouds that were not angry yesterday are a little angrier today, and a drizzle begins. And it rains all day. You all stay hunkered up in the wagon. I'll go ahead, make an animal handling check for me. With a 12, you are able to keep the horses moving and plodding along. You don't lose any travel time, and it seems like anything that lives out here is staying inside. It's pretty wet out. Those of you who take turns or whatever sitting on the front, your legs get a little damp, but otherwise stay pretty well covered.
I'll give the horses another apple apiece to.
I bet you guys are happy about this wagon right now. Greg doesn't want to admit good ideas that aren't theirs.
Cool. The next day comes up. I would like everyone who can cast a spell to make an Arcana check.
Ooh.
Aw, me.
Just take Magic Initiate, and then you can join us.
Yeah.
But Arcana doesn't use my magic.
Natural 20.
Cool. So, Adis, when you wake up this morning,
You're glimmering.
Yes.
Your connection to nature is what allows you to cast spells. Like, you don't pray to a god. You don't like weave arcane stuff out of a book. Like, it's your connection to like the wild world that gives you these abilities. And when you take a deep breath in the morning, breathe in that fresh air, there's something extra in the air.
Okay.
It's nanobots. You've just inhaled nanobots.
That's great. Love it. Do I get powers?
You don't get powers,
Regeneration.
but you, yes, you become the second Adis.
Yeah.
You are a female dragonborn.
No.
No, you.
Not a furry.
It just tastes pink.
Bubblegum?
Yeah, sure.
Please.
Do you guys I don't know, taste that? Feel that?
What?
What are you eating?
No, this air tastes weird.
Usually
it
when you
taste like?
taste something, isn't that a thing?
Not this time.
Air just tastes like air to me. I mean, it's a little damp.
Greg starts licking the air.
It
You know, it has that damp, mossy taste to it because it's been raining for days, but, you know.
it tastes pink.
It
What
doesn't
does
taste
pink taste like?
Maybe I drank some of that mushroom liquor last night. I don't know.
Are you cursed again?
No. I don't think so. Jared. I don't know what.
Not to
I
your
don't-
knowledge.
No, I mean, like, this air, like, can they notice it after I say something?
They do not notice it. No.
Okay. I don't know. This area is just different. When Greg's opening their mouth, I throw a good berry in there.
Fair.
I mean, why are you trying to kill me? I was trying to taste the pink, but I don't taste anything pink.
Wanted to make sure you ate for the day.
Is the berry pink?
I still have muffins
It's purple.
and cupcakes and cookies.
Do you have an apple turnover?
I don't know. Let me check.
So,
No.
someone go ahead. Give me a d20 roll for the day.
Alright.
Okay. The rain seems to have abated for the day. It's still cloudy, but that's not unusual the day after it rains. Adis, are you still casting Longstrider?
No,
I'm just
I don't
asking
want to.
because it affects your travel. That's why I'm asking.
Okay. It's like, wild magic. Yeah.
Is it,
I don't
is
do
the long
that.
spider pink?
It's up to
No.
you. Like,
Yes.
you've been
I'm
doing
still
it to
doing it
increase
because I
your
have no
travel,
idea.
so I'm making sure you're still doing it.
Yeah, that's fine.
And you're still using 2 spell slots.
Yes, 2 first levels.
Great. Can you roll me 2 d20s, please?
I knew it. I should have trusted my gut instinct, but Adis wouldn't know.
Nope.
I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe I'm just doing this to fuck with you. You don't know.
Longstrider's not a pink spell. Sorry.
If there's anything Dungeons and Dragons has taught me,
Never trust
then
them.
Trust
I'm
nobody.
suspicious of literally fucking everything.
No problem. Okay. Yeah, you cast the spell. Nothing happens. Other than the horses move quickly.
No third eye, tentacle, summoning an eldritch god. Nothing happens.
No, but you can't see every part of your body, so who knows?
What's going on with his butt?
Are you
And
trying
no
to
I
one-
could get such a bubble butt, Adis.
I mean, Adis might be flexible enough to see his own butt, but I don't know for sure. I'll leave that to your own imagination.
He's
Oh
trying to
my.
take a little
Um,
Are you getting him?
You the day passes without any issues whatsoever. It's cloudy out. Yeah. You set up camp for the night. The horses have done very well. No problem.
Outlook, are the
Boy
horses
friend.
horses happy?
I will ask the horses. I will take my 10 minutes and cast my speak with the animals and ask the horses how they're doing.
Cool. Can you roll a d20 for me?
Sure.
No magic. We shouldn't have done this.
Okay. You cast your spell. And you can talk to the horses.
How you guys
Sweet.
doing?
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
not pushing too hard. We're not,
Nope.
know. Okay.
You
Here's
got any
another apple.
apples? Oh,
I
great.
do have apples.
We
I will
like
give them each
apples.
another
We like
apple.
these. These are good apples.
I will give them each another apple. Oh, I just took away my apples.
They devour the apples. Very content to do so. But yeah.
I just accidentally deleted the apples. Where did my apples go?
All the apples are gone.
You all have no problems throughout the day. Defect and Greg, what are you doing over the course of the day as you ride in this wagon and doing anything, or are you just chilling?
I'm sure that I will spend some
Oh my
time
God.
trying to learn how to drive the wagon. And then the rest of the time, I might pull out a piece of paper and write a poem and give it to Defect. And
Aw,
Amber will determine what that poem is at a later date.
wonderful. I love it.
Aw, dog.
Cool.
Greg is serious about this, showering Defect with attention and not letting them go.
Aw.
Take the poem and put it inside a book of poetry. First page, though.
Great. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, so you all get some rest. Someone can go ahead and give me a d20 for the next day, please.
Which
Oh,
one is it?
17.
Cool. The weather clears up pretty much, almost completely. There's still a few like gray clouds around, but very easy to get through the day. In fact, it seems like the ground has dried a bunch. Adis, can you roll 2d20s for me?
Do I sense my magic being weird?
No.
What's the end word?
Unless you don't
What's
want to
on
cast
his hand,
Longstrider.
No, because Adis wouldn't. If he's not noticing any difference, he would just keep doing it. Tanner, this is causing me anxiety.
Okay, yeah. Nothing happens other than the spell works.
God, I love rolling a natural 20 on something that doesn't need a natural 20.
Doesn't do anything.
Yeah. That's 3 for the night, though.
Yeah, that's good.
Next session, don't count on me for shit.
But
That's just
the
one.
horses do find like solid purchase, and it seems like you come across like a bit of road that's actually paved. Like must have been an ancient road, and so the horses are able to move a little quicker over it instead of just like a cart path. So it goes really well, and the day passes without issue. Cool. The evening passes without issue. Go ahead. Roll me a d20, someone, for the next day.
It's Tanner's turn.
Oh, okay. This is when I roll in that one.
Who knows?
Yep.
Let's find out.
There it is.
Cool.
I'm prophetic, guys.
The clouds have gathered yet again, and it is a torrential downpour. There, like, you can't see 5 feet in front of you. Like, it is just pouring rain. It came out of nowhere. I need someone to roll me a d100.
Not it.
Do it.
It's Mike or Olive, I think.
Cool. So you are all just like hanging out in this wagon. And you're all just hunkered down. You've closed it up. The horses are. Have you like set the tent out? Are you like staying dry in the tent, or have you covered the horses? Like, it is pouring buckets out there. So I'm just asking like what your preparations are.
Like, we can't see to go forward, pouring buckets?
Yeah, like there's no way you can travel in this weather.
Cover the horses and get in the tent.
Okay. Okay, cool. Cool. You are all in the tent. The horses are covered with with tarps.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like keeping them fully dry, but it's at least keeping them mostly dry. You know, you like made a little tarp lean-to kind of off the sides of the wagon for them. And they have little like jackets. They're not, but you know, they're horse blankets.
Blankets.
Yeah. So
They have yellow rain slickers.
and galoshes.
Yeah.
Bright pink galoshes for Clyde.
That's the pink I tasted.
And bright orange galoshes for
Don't
Cleed.
lick the horseshoes.
They looked good.
Does the air still taste pink?
Make an Arcana check. You can try.
Come on, Amber.
17.
With a 17, there's something. Yeah.
You taste it too?
You wouldn't describe it as pink, but it's fuzzy.
Yeah, something tastes fuzzy.
It's weird, right? It's like not right. Not normal. Not usual.
I mean, it's fuzzy.
I
I
mean,
haven't eaten any fuzzy food before.
Pink and fuzzy doesn't sound particularly threatening.
Right, but it started when we entered this area.
Which is
I
still
don't know, there's
not
not like there's a sign or anything.
Right. But it's weird. It's not normal.
So
Yeah.
as you are all having this conversation, the horses start to go wild.
Oh, hang on.
Like they are neighing. You can barely hear them outside. Who's doing what? Are you all rushing out there, or are some people staying in the tent?
I'm certainly rushing out there. They're my
Yeah.
friends.
They all go out.
All right, you all rush out.
Yeah.
And you look, and you don't see anything. The horses are just like freaking out for some reason that you can't quite. Sorry, Buck. That you can't quite discern. And then you all hear it. You hear the sound of crashing water, and you look down, and your boots are half covered, and they're getting higher and higher. A flash flood is coming at you. I need everyone to make a strength saving throw, please.
I'm proficient in this.
That's good.
All right.
Natural 20.
Nice. Defect is a 25.
Yeah, almost
Um,
that.
8.
Cool.
11.
Wonderful. I'm going to
Wait,
roll for
Amber, you
spooked
can give
here.
yourself a 12.
Yeah. I will grab onto one of the horses. No, I'll grab onto Defect. Who am I kidding?
Yeah, right.
And give myself my flash of genius.
Defect's thigh.
Cool. Great. So everyone who rolled below a 14,
Ah,
Yeah,
damn it.
still failed.
Yeah, add me.
you are swept away by the current of the flash flood as it braces against you all. It's 10 feet of water, and it's a wall of fire.
Our tent!
Or
Fire?
of water, of flood water.
Fire.
You take 16 points of damage. If you rolled a 15 or higher, you take 8 points of damage, bludgeoning damage. As you are smacked by this thing, those of you who failed are swept away. The tent manages to stay where it is.
Oh, praise Jesus.
Because it's magic. Oh, thank goodness.
It rolled an 18. It got lucky.
That's a strong 10.
Yeah.
It has no modifiers. It's just a yes or no for it.
Jesus.
Actually, haha. Let's see how the horses do.
No!
Oh.
Clyde, solid as a rock. Cleed, near, washed away with the other two.
I tried an octopus.
Where's
Sure.
our wagon?
The wagon. Let's find out. The wagon is able to stay stationary. It's heavy enough that it has a little bit of extra weight to it, so it's able to just barely stay where it is. It got hit broadside, so.
Okay.
So yeah, Grig, Olive, and Cleed are being swept away by this flash flood.
Cool. Can I turn into
There.
a giant octopus and grab both of them?
Sure. Go ahead. Just make a dexterity check for me as a giant octopus.
Sarah, I
Can I help by trying to reach for her?
Dexterity is a +1 for the
No, not in this
octopus,
instance.
which is also happens to be my dexterity. So 11.
Okay. With an 11, you've never been this giant octopus before, so you're not quite able to reach out quick enough to grab either of the horse or Grig, and you are getting farther and farther pulled apart. I would like all three of you to now make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Sarah, I just want to say I find it funny. We keep getting like hit by freshwater stuff, and you're just like saltwater animal, saltwater animal. Just like-
They're all sea creatures.
Right. Okay. Olive and Grig, you are able to Olive, with your octopus tentacles, you're able to grab onto the ground. Grig, you're able to kind of grab a piece of rock or something to like latch onto, and you are able to ride out this wave of water that like pulled you away. Cleed is still stuck in it. That horse
no.
is going away. Oh wow. The two of you take 8 additional points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh dear. Oh, but I'm an octopus, so the octopus takes 8 points.
Right. And the wave kind of passes you by. And Cleed is gone. Like you don't know where it is. It's still pouring rain. You can't see anything. So you don't know what happened to Cleed.
Is there like still a depth of water?
Yeah, it's still like 2 feet of water has been left behind, and it's still flowing quickly, but like there's no visual here. Like it's just pouring rain, and you don't even see each other, and you don't see your friends.
I
I
know
touch
what
my
you're
earring and cast message just out into the world toward Defect. Defect? I'm not dead. Are you dead?
Nope,
Is
still
Defect
here.
within 120 feet?
Let me just check. Defect, you.
Mm-hmm.
Greg, roll a d8 for me.
7.
Okay. You point your finger in a direction, and you get no response. Defect, you hear nothing.
I just imagine Grig's just like,
I just do it again and again and again. I'm just like holding that earring.
Okay.
I'll try each person, looking in each direction. Grig is not happy about water.
Yeah.
Ring of
fair.
Water walking.
Go ahead. Just roll me a d100 to see how long this takes you.
Great. 35.
All right. So it takes you about like 5 minutes before you hit on one of your companions, and it's Adis actually is the one who hears you. You hear Greg like freaking out in a message in your mind.
I'm not dead. I'm very wet. Is anyone dead? The horse is gone. Are you dead?
No. Defect and I are here, so is the tent and the other horse in the carriage.
Where is Olive? I am dead. I'm not dead. The horse might be. I'm really wet. I don't like it.
I don't know where Olive is. Let me look at a spell really quick.
Yeah. So
Swimming
Olive,
in the
checking
water
back
was
in.
flowing.
Yeah, checking back in with you. What are you doing,
I'm
Olive?
swimming in the direction the water was flowing, in the hopes that I will encounter
You're swimming upstream or downstream?
upstream.
Okay, cool. Go ahead, make a strength check as an octopus.
All right. Working.
Giant octopus strength check.
+1 for the octopus, so 15.
What is this octopus good at?
Well,
It has a speed of 60 feet.
it's actually a 13 because it
No.
added your +2.
No. The octopus gets +3. I get +2.
Ah, gotcha. I'm with you. The octopus is
Sorry.
stronger than you. Got it.
Octopus is stronger than I am.
I thought you said the octopus had a
Yeah,
+1, and I
so-
was like, so it's
so
not
with a
dexterous, it's not
15
strong.
With a 15, you are able to kind of octopus swim your way upstream without too much of an issue.
Greg,
Maybe it'll work.
stay where you are.
I have a speed of 60 feet as
I
well,
haven't
which is
messaged
much
you
faster
again.
than Olive,
Sure.
so...
Yeah.
Maybe I have. Maybe I've just been messaging you again and again and again now that I found you.
So-
that sounds plausible.
in the theory of expediency here, you are ultimately able to find one another after
Oh, okay.
like 45 minutes or an hour of searching.
I can just. I was gonna locate objects, something on Grig, go get them, bring them back.
Okay,
then I
yeah.
can-
So that then it becomes pretty quick.
Because it's a
Can you-
1,000-foot range.
Can you roll a d100 for me? I'm sorry, a d20 for me.
I'm getting real risky with these.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you locate Grig's bag of holding. You're able to go find them, grab them, help them back. Are you going to cast locate object again to find your way back to the wagon?
Can I just do a survival and just trace my my steps back?
You can, but because of the weather, it was going to be a disadvantage.
There's still enough water for the octopus to swim.
Yeah, it's 2 feet. It's 2 feet of water, plus it's still pouring rain.
I'm getting carried.
Let me see. Hold on. I just want to look at my stuff really quick before I cast another spell, because that was a free one.
Mhm.
No, I don't think I. Jesus, this is a lot of shit. Okay, yeah, no, I don't have anything. Yeah, I'll locate Defect's axe.
All right, cool. Yeah, you get a ping on it, and you're able to head that way. Go ahead, roll a d20 for me. Great.
16.
Yeah, no problem. You are golden. You all meet back up. Takes all of a little bit longer. The tent is there, but like water has gone inside of it, so like it is wet in the tent now.
That's
It
depressing.
was always dry and lovely.
It was until water like went in the front door.
Can we have it compress again and then decompress again? Is that how that works?
I'm going to cease being an octopus.
Yeah, it's still raining, but you can take the time to like have it return to its normal size. As it does so, the water is like pushed out, and you can attempt to find a dry spot. Go ahead, make a investigation check or a nature check, either one at disadvantage.
Can I help?
Sure, you can help, so it's a straight roll.
Nope.
There's just so much water. You manage to like grab the backpack, but it is so wet. You can't find anywhere dry. Your best bet's maybe to hunker down inside of the wagon.
Yeah. Laid out in the wagon.
Everyone in the wagon.
This is depressing.
Yeah,
It's going to be cozy in the wagon.
Yeah, you
Real
all
cozy.
make your way into the wagon. There's just barely enough room for the 5 of you, but you do get back in there. Yeah. The rain pours throughout the day and throughout the night. The next day, somebody give me a d20 roll, please.
I've spent my rolls.
I don't remember whose turn it is. I will. Oh, good. Maybe I should.
Oh no.
The rainstorm continues through the next day. It is a deluge of epic proportions.
We're missing a horse.
I need someone to roll me a d100.
I'm going to call not it.
Yeah, not me.
Amber, you got this?
Sure. 71?
All right, cool. Yeah, it is a deluge still. There's still easily 2 feet of water, and it's constantly moving. You don't know where it's going or where it's coming from, but it is pouring buckets.
Does the air still taste fuzzy?
Make a Arcana check. It tastes a little like less fuzzy, but definitely there's something there. Yeah. So yeah. Another day goes by in this deluge.
In the rain, I want to do something for science.
Go for it.
I'm going to take the latch blade and open a portal and see if the water goes through it.
Oh my god, this makes Briggs' day.
Into the ethereal or into the astral sea? Is that where you're?
Yeah.
We're flooding the astral sea now.
All right.
Well, this gotta go somewhere.
All right. Yeah, you step out of the wagon and cut a portal into the fabric of space. And indeed,
I want to like go below the water.
Well, it's like 2 feet of water, so.
Right. Yeah, just like I want
You're
water.
opening it knee
to go
level?
Yeah,
away.
yeah. You slice it through the water to open the portal.
Does it
And-
work? Does the water go?
Yeah, the water flows through the portal for a good minute, and you see it as it rushes through. You see it kind of form to itself in various sizes of like orbs and balls and streams and wiggles as it just kind of flows under its own motion. And then after a minute, whoosh, portal closes up.
Well, that was fun.
It was kind of cool. I expected the water to sort of just like, blur, like let go, right? I don't know. I wasn't sure if it was gonna fall, if it was just gonna float straight, or it was gonna like expand to fill up the space. Also, we didn't see the graveyard this time. Were you not concentrating on that piece of the temple? And maybe we shouldn't forget about that. Maybe there is somebody there that we should try to find.
I haven't forgotten, and
I forgot.
no, I didn't. I didn't concentrate there. I just wanted to see what happens when the water goes into that.
Maybe the water will arrive there and it will help them. Maybe you accidentally did it. That'll be good.
Maybe. Or maybe now with some astral sea fish is going to be happy.
So if you
Does something that's in a place that doesn't have water still need water or like water, or did we just poison something?
We'll have to find out.
Who knows?
Another day.
So yeah, the day pours and pours again. Next day, somebody please roll me a d20.
Not
I
it.
will try it. Although Mike hasn't done it in a minute.
Want me to do it?
Yeah, you do it.
14.
Cool. As you all sleep in your wet, damp wagon, eventually throughout the night, the rain ceases.
Thank God.
How's Clyde doing pulling the wagon?
Well,
He hasn't been pulling the wagon,
he
he's
hasn't
been
pulled it
sitting there in
yet.
the rain.
Like it's been stationary the past 2 days.
We've been sitting there. Got it.
Yeah. Travel was impossible with the deluge that you were just sitting through.
Mm-hmm.
But the sky does clear, and it's very bright after the past 2 days of pure like dark rain clouds. So it's very bright to your eyes.
I'm gonna go out there and
The water recedes. You don't know where it goes. Probably towards the river. But
I don't want to use magic. I was gonna see if I could use locate object on the tack that was on whatever the other horse's name was.
Cleed.
Cleed.
Well, I want to give Clyde an apple and like check him over and make sure he's not like hurt or damaged by the water in some way.
Okay, make a medicine check. With a 7, he's fine.
If I had anything dry to towel him off with, I would, but I don't think there's anything dry anywhere around.
Yeah, probably not.
I use locate object on Cleed's tack.
Okay. Cool.
Hopefully he's within 1,000 feet. If not, we have a third horse.
You get a ping.
Sorry.
About 900 feet away.
Alright.
You
I'll
go.
live. I think I found Cleed.
Okay.
900 feet that way.
That's vaguely inconvenient.
I'm gonna start going towards the ping.
I'll stay at the wagon.
What do I have that has a better speed than that? I'm going to.
It's 900 feet. We'll get there in like a minute and a half.
Okay. You head
waste your
over
wild
that
shapes.
way.
Okay.
You head over that way. And you see,
Duh.
yeah, about 900 feet away, you see Cleed's tack and Cleed on the ground, not moving.
Medicine check the horse.
Yeah, go for it.
$12.
Cleed is unconscious.
Healing spirit.
Your little emo fairy comes out. Yeah, all right. Who's getting the healing now?
The horse.
it looks at you. The horse.
I will dismiss you. The horse.
Fine, you're in charge. Whatever. And he just like goes over to the horse, and instead of like kicking it like he would Spoot, he kind of just like pats its ear 4 times, and
5 times.
5 times, and Cleed opens his eyes and
Oh, thank God.
there. The horse is fine. Are you fine? We're good. All right.
Yes.
Bye.
I thought Olive was gonna have to be a draft horse.
Yeah.
I will bring Cleed an apple for his for his troubles.
Yeah, he eats the apple. He's very appreciative of the apple. So yeah, Cleed eats the apple. He's a little shaken up because he hasn't eaten in a while, and yeah. He's definitely bruised and like beaten. Like you can see, like he took some major damage in that deluge out there.
Hey, Cleed, if you're hungry, eat this, and I'll give him a good berry.
He just eats it.
He's now full. He's a full horse.
I don't do a good horse noise, but you get the idea. Great. You hook up our friend here. Cool. Can someone just roll? Can 2 people roll me D100s? Just how it goes. Are you doing Long Strider again?
Yeah, because I don't know any different at the moment.
Cool. Roll 2 D20s for me. Okay, cool.
I'm just waiting for wild magic fireball centered on myself.
Wonderful. Cool. So you get the wagon moving. No problem. I mean, it takes a little while getting Cleed hooked back in and Clyde, and you know the leather's wet, so you like damp it off as best you can. But yeah, you all keep going. And the wagon rolls on the little cart path, which is very muddy, so it's a little slower than ideal. But
Long Strider again.
Okay, roll 2 more D20s. Cool.
My luck is gonna run out eventually.
Cool.
Lots of 13s.
Go ahead, Adis. I need you to roll
Mana.
a D100 for me.
Oh no. Solid number.
It's
69.
the second
Actually, I've rolled 2 69s.
2 69s
That's
in a
true.
row now.
Yeah.
That is suggestive. Cool. So you cast Long Strider on Clyde, no problem. When you cast Long Strider on Cleed, everybody turns invisible, including the horses.
And the wagon?
Nope.
Oh,
Spook,
Where'd the horses go?
Spook,
What happened?
Defect, Olive, Adis, Clyde, and Cleed are all invisible.
Guys?
I think
Guys?
This might be
Can't see
glimmering.
you.
What? Wait, where'd you guys go?
I'm
Well,
right
we're
here.
Right here.
I can't see you.
That's
I
funny.
can't see you.
All right.
Do you know what's
sound off.
funny?
Is
I have a
everyone
spell
here?
to do this, but you just did it. Why'd you do it? How'd you do it to everybody?
I didn't. I don't know. All I did was cast that speedy spell. And I don't know.
Hang on.
A minute goes by and you all pop back into existence.
What? That was great. Does the air taste funny? Is it the air? Does it taste like pink? Does it taste like fuzzy?
It hasn't changed.
Oh my god, it tastes like fuzzy. Is the air fuzzy? Did the fuzzy does magic taste like fuzzy?
Is magic?
I don't usually taste magic.
No, but maybe magics are different here.
Is that the glimmering?
Maybe.
I mean, being invisible is a little bit glimmery.
Is it? I couldn't see anything. Greg, you cast a spell.
Why?
Maybe it'll happen again.
Alright. I wonder if there's something else that's invisible. And I cast see invisibility.
Cool. Roll a d20 for me.
If only you could. If you only you could want to fail wild magic.
You
Right.
cast see invisibility. Your eyes glow that kind of infrared, which I know doesn't actually glow, but you know, it's very intense red, and you don't see anything outlined. Actually, hold on.
In the ethereal plane.
Oh.
You do see something outlined invisibly. You see what appears to be a small orb floating in the air next to Defect.
There's a thing next to your face.
What kind of thing?
It's an orb. It's glowing. I see it. Because I cast a spell that makes it so I can see stuff.
Well, that would have been useful a minute ago.
What is it? What kinds of things are orbs? Why do you have a creepy orb following you?
I don't
Can you
know.
touch
What
it?
should I do? Should I fight it?
It's right there. Yeah, touch it.
Punch it?
No effect.
Didn't do anything.
I don't like this. I 100%
Hold on,
hate
wait.
this.
If I move, I'll take like a couple steps to the side. Does the orb follow me?
For science.
It stays kind of relatively in your area.
Guys, I hate it here.
What is
Can I
this?
throw something at it? I'm gonna throw something at it. I'm gonna throw a rock at it.
Yeah, you go to throw a rock at that, and it winks out. It's gone.
Now it's gone.
Like before
Good
you
job,
threw
you
the
scared
rock,
it away.
it's gone.
What was it?
It was a glowing orb. I don't know what it was. But I'm saying that I saw it.
I don't like that.
No.
Only you could see it? I didn't see it.
I cast a spell to see it. Because I thought maybe there'd be something else invisible out here if we could turn invisible randomly.
Maybe we should get going. Or are we
Yeah.
already moving?
Can Greg, think about, have I heard of spells that are orbs that follow people around? You know, like what?
Make an
I guess
Arcana check.
check. Yeah.
Yeah.
23.
You have heard of a spell that does this. It's a spell that lets you look at people from far away. It's called Scrying. You can't cast it yet, but you've heard about it.
I think it's this thing called scrying where people watch you. Somebody's watching you. I'm gonna watch for it.
Is that a strong spell?
Yeah, I mean, I can't do it yet.
Maybe the same person who messed with our heads was watching Defect.
Maybe that's why that dude didn't tell you how to reach them, because they were gonna be spying on you and causing trouble.
Nothing else to do now but to keep going.
I guess. I'm gonna be keeping close watch for the hour that this spell lasts.
Okay.
And then I may, just wait a little while and cast it again after a couple hours to see if it comes back.
You know, it would be great.
Yeah.
Spook was here so he could cast non-detection.
Yes. That is a thing that we have the resources for. When Spoot is alive.
When
Yeah,
Spook's in
When
the-
Spoot is alive.
There's so many spells that he could be using tonight. But he's not here.
He was supposed to be. We miss you, Matt. Or at least they do.
Alright.
I'm having a perfectly wonderful time. I do
Ugh.
I
miss
miss
Squid,
our. I need our cleric back.
though.
I need my conscience back.
I'm still here.
No, you're the mom. You're not the conscience. Who's teaching me morals?
Isn't that the same thing?
No.
No.
I'm a wine mom. Thank
Cool.
you.
So yeah, an hour goes by for you, Grig, and your vision fades. You didn't see the thing again.
Okay. And then like 2 hours later, I'll look again.
Okay. Go ahead. Roll a d20 for me.
8.
Okay. You cast it. Eyes go red. Nothing invisible around.
Okay.
As you are looking around, like inspecting defect, kind of distracted, Olive, you are driving ye old horses. Adis, you're just hanging in the back.
I'm looking out.
All right, cool.
Keeping watch is my thing.
Great, cool.
He's perceptive or something.
Yeah.
Slightly. Like average at it.
Yeah, then you definitely see as 8 humanoid creatures stand up from like scrub brush in the side of the road, and like these are like 6 foot tall, fur covered creatures. They're like within 30 feet, and they just stand up and
Defect.
all just hurl javelins towards you all. It looks like they are aiming for the driver, so Olive, and the horses.
Not
No!
Horses? What?
that's rude. That
So-
is
Yeah.
rude.
So the first 3 are going towards Clyde. I believe Clyde's armor class is 10 as a horse.
Ugh.
So 2 of them hit. Someone please track this for me. And Clyde takes a total of 13 points of piercing damage
From how many?
from 2 out of 3.
Right. But what is how many?
That's 13 points of piercing damage total.
Yeah.
Yes. How many hit points does Clyde have?
19, I believe, as a draft horse.
That's what I was looking for.
Gotcha. The next 3 go towards Cleed. And all 3 hit. Cleed takes 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 7 is 16 points of piercing damage.
Cleet is
15.
not having a good day.
No, this poor horse.
Seriously.
8 plus 7 is 15.
That's correct. So he takes 15, not 16. Thank you.
Okay.
I have to heal these horses.
Yeah.
And Olive, what's your armor class?
13.
Yeah, the last 2 come straight for you. I guess technically it was a surprise attack. So you get hit for a total of 12 by 2 javelins.
Ouch.
And you see these big furry creatures with long arms. They all stood up and threw these javelins at you from either side of the road. And now they pull out these big clunky looking morning stars as they begin rushing towards you all in your wagon. And that's where we will end tonight's session of Nuuli Forged.
Bitch is gonna get thunder waved.
Protect the horses.
That's
Swear to
right.
God. Poor Cleed.
Greg now likes
He's
horses.
Yeah.
having a rough day.
Cleed
Yeah.
has had a rough couple of days.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Well-
we've had a long rest since we took damage from the floods.
Yes.
Yeah, but still, it's like traumatic. This poor goddamn horse.
Yes.
Can we
And this
modify the
is
horse's memory
all
so he
the
can forget?
same day. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So,
It's becoming
Greg, just
invisible.
keep track for me that you have rolled a d20 twice related to spells today.
Okay.
Um,
you are not.
what?
You're not doing that. Oh
I don't
my
know what you're talking about.
God.
I mean, I'm tracking, but like,
Well, at
cool.
least Defect gets to do what he does now.
Yeah.
Defect
That,
smash.
that anger about them like messing with your memory, use that now.
Oh yes.
Oh, I need to roll the like how much the boots of Quickling recover because it's 1d4 a day, which at this point it'd be impossible for it not to be full.
Yeah. After the past like 6 or 7 days of travel, they're
Yeah.
at full. You haven't used them, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, plus it's been a week since you in town since you used them.
Also true.
Yeah. There's no way it would not be back at 4.
Yeah. But well done, everyone. That was a fun night. I had a good time with that.
It was really stressful
instead
and
of-
really hard to stay upset when Amber knew what was happening.
That's
instead
part of the fun.
dysentery,
I
we're
know.
getting trench foot.
Yes.
Yeah, you're getting all the juicy goodness of traveling through the wilderness
Wearing leather.
Gross.
and the prairie. I can honestly not believe one that you first Tana rolled a natural one for the day's weather, and then Sarah rolled another one like the next
Oh,
day, and it was
wow.
like, well, damn, okay,
Yeah.
the
Yes.
flood continues.
Sarah, do you have Druidcraft?
I don't.
Oh. I was gonna say you can tell us what the weather's gonna be every day.
I could, but I don't. I have
If only.
Right?
But well done, Ira. You did very well. You did. You had a very stressful, emotional like first half with the fighting between Defect and Greg, and then you had an arduous couple of days travel on the road, and now you have a bunch of big, tall, fuzzy things heading your way. So that'll be fun and exciting.
I'm
So
gonna
they're not
protect,
pink flavored.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
protect Cleed with my life. Poor horse.
Yeah, they are in rough shape right now.
4 and 6 on the horses.
Clyde has 4 and Cleed has 6.
Other way around.
Oh, Clyde
Cleve
has
has 4,
6
Clyde has
and
6. Yeah.
Clyde has 6 and Cleed has 4.
Yes.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Oh, these poor horses. I don't want to hurt horses, but monsters, man. They are mean and nasty.
They are.
Facts.
But
That's why we're gonna
Great.
slay them.
yeah, totally. Do it. Well, let's do a round of goodbyes, everybody, and plug anything you have coming up you may want to plug, and I will figure out who we're going to raid. Let's start with our latecomer. Let's start with Adis.
Oh jeez. Thanks for watching, guys. And we'll see you next week. Hopefully we have a cleric.
Yeah. Moving right along to Olive.
Hey, that's me. Thanks for watching. You've got a druid. Isn't that good enough? No.
I mean, for any curses or
Yeah.
yeah.
I have nothing else to plug other than, yay! It's great to be back.
Wonderful. Greg.
That's a me. I'm Amber. I played Greg. What's plug? Oh, well, we have been talking about how we need some character art. And if you have watched or subscribed and you can think of artists that you like, maybe send them. Do the @Nuuli like Instagram or whatever tagging thing. Maybe we'll see them. Is that how that works?
Hey,
Sure.
And we can try to like take a look. Because we want art.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Good call. Good call.
We've been talking about it. So, crowdsource.
Totally. Moving on up to Defect.
Me. My name is Mike. I play Defect. Thank you for watching. And also, no matter how many curses or spells are thrown at us, remember this: #refect. All right, nothing gets between us.
No,
I love it.
not even invisible balls.
Hey, don't knock it till you've tried it. Wonderful. I love
Florida.
this. I love this.
Right. Oof.
All right, and I am Jared. I have been your dungeon master here on Nuuli Forged. We're going to raid the Scabby Rooster this evening. They're doing some D&D over at Realms Apart. They're good people. Please check us out. Follow us on all the social media: Instagram, Twitter at Nuuli Forged, Facebook, YouTube on Nuuli Forged. And hey, you can catch old episodes, if you've missed any of Nuuli Forged, on our YouTube channel. And give that a like and a subscribe, especially if you're watching it now, because I know some of you are. So click that like, click that subscribe button there, and make sure you're following us here on Twitch. And thank you again to Weredilf and Cybrarian42 for following us the last couple of days. Yeah, we will be back next week. If you want to listen to some D&D podcasts, Matt and I do have an informational one called Mid-Level Adventurers, available wherever you get your podcasts. So check that out too. And we will be back here on Nuuli Forged, hopefully with Matt, next week. So that being said, we're going to raid some Scabby Rooster. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great week. Thank you for being here. Bye.
Bye.
Toodles.